again, as we do every single SWC broadcast.
He did not pull the Champang yet. I would have thought I would see Sierra first pick. He goes to the
Okay, here we go. Oh, Lucian, it's over. Lucian, it's the 12,000.
This is war. Lead, follow, or get out of the way. I'll show you who's boss. The world is now a real-time battlefield. Join the global battlefield. Summoner's War, Lost Centuria. Download now.
again, accessing every single SWC broadcast.
He did not pull the Chong Pong yet. I would have thought I would see Sierra first pick. He goes to the
Okay, here we go. Oh, Lucian, it's over. Lucian, it's the 12,000.
Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from around the world, and welcome to the Summoners War World Arena Championships 2021. It's day 2 of the EU prelims. My name is Adam Savage, delighted to be back here on the desk bringing you all the action next to my boys, Baus and Killer. We've got such a lot of fun coming your way. Yesterday was absolutely extraordinary. Today is going to be even bigger, better, faster, stronger. Baus, we saw some fantastic matchups yesterday, and day 2 is looking mighty, meaty as well. How excited are you to see what a lot of newcomers in particular are going to bring to today's events?
I could not be more excited today, Adam. In fact, today we have, I believe, a total of 5 newcomers New strategies, new plays, new excitement. Let's bring it on.
Let's bring it on. Killer, I can see you were there. Like yesterday, we said you were very energized. Your legs were going crazy under the desk. You were buzzing. Same thing today?
Exactly same thing today, and I'm very excited to see these matches go ahead.
Yeah, me too, me too. Now, of course, we are sadly not with you in person. We are, in fact, in our virtual studio. You can see it's pretty amazing, but if we put our hands up in the air, no, I'm being sucked away to another dimension. No, I'm not really. We're all here, we're fine. Everything's going to be okay. We're actually here due to COVID-19. We saw that last year as well. Due to what's happening in the world right now to keep you guys safe and us safe as well, we're still doing everything virtually from our own homes around the world today. So it's sad we can't be together, hopefully next year. But this is our pretty amazing virtual set, if I do say so myself. Right, we have a cracking day coming your way with lots and lots of action. Here is the overview of the events that are going to be coming to your screens today. Yesterday we saw the first half are 16 contenders. Today is the second half, 8 contenders going head-to-head in quarterfinals, followed by semifinals, best of threes. The semifinals are best of fives. 2 places up for grabs today, 2 Europe Cup places. 2 of our players are going to go all the way to the Europe Cup. The others will go to next weekend to our lower bracket matchups, where they'll be striving for those final 4 places that will make up our 8 in total going to finals at the Europe Cup. So it's all to play for, and of course, $10,000, the top prize in the Europe Cup. Just to reiterate, $10,000. Just so we're on the same page, okay? Guys, we've got such a fun day. I mean, we mentioned this already, a lot of newcomers. There's some real, stalwart veterans competing here as well. But the action yesterday, we saw Sai Shizo and Rosith go through Baus. Surprised that those 2 went through?
To be honest, I'm not extremely surprised at all. Those 2 were some of the most experienced competitors we have, with a great track record in previous EU Cups, making it all the way through. Rosith, obviously the EU Cup champion and world finalist for the past 2 years. But not surprised, but at the same time still impressed nevertheless.
Absolutely. Killer, let's look at the bracket right now. You can see our first matchup, Ismoo versus Drakule. We're going to talk about that in a second, but we've got some big ones coming our way. Like Obabo, Chene, we've got real big players here, but we're looking forward to the new ones as well.
Yes, we have a newcomer in every single match today. So a newcomer will be going ahead to that semifinals today. So I'm very excited to watch those. I'm very excited for that match number 3 as well.
Yeah, me too. Of course, we say new players, newcomers. These are players we haven't really featured or seen too much before on the EU prelims. That's why we're getting really kind of jazzed about this, because it's, you never know what they're going to bring to the table here, Baus. It could be anything. We saw yesterday tactically, strategically, things were very different. We saw some players were a lot more aggressive, some more passive. But ultimately, we saw rune farming had a big impact. What do you think we're going to see today, particularly from the newer players we don't know too much about?
Well, Adam, I know a little bit about some of the new players. I've spoken to some of them. I've watched some of their matches. A couple of the new players have really interesting strategies that they'll bring. I'm particularly looking forward to that match 2, GutsTheBERSERK against Livert. Both of those players are known for their really unusual playstyles, using some really underrated, underpicked monsters. So that is going to be a really interesting match to see which underrated monsters are more underrated than others, I suppose.
Indeed, I love the name GutsTheBERSERK. It sounds like a final boss, like an end boss of a game. I love that. But Killer, as mentioned, yesterday we saw that some players were favouring certain units. Who do you think we're going to see today? We're going to see more Dianas, more Antares. What do you think?
I hope we don't see more Dianas and Antaras. They were the MVPs yesterday. I'd like to see something different come up today as the MVP.
Indeed. Right, let's take a look at our first matchup of the day. We saw him here last year. Ismoo versus Drakule. Sounds like Dracula. Could they be related? We don't know. But still, Ismoo, Drakule, Baus, a big start to proceedings today. What can you tell us about this one? What are you expecting to see?
Well, Ismoo is, of course, someone who competed in the previous EU Cup. Drakule, a completely new contender. Both of them have quite similar playstyles, I suppose, quite aggressive, but Ismoo, as you can see on the screen, has access to a unit, an LDNAT5, the Pontos, which has been buffed since last year. So he has had an upgrade to his box since last year, and I'm sure he'll be excited to use him.
No doubt. You can see as well the win rate there from 16 to 17. We talked about win rates yesterday. Obviously, some players have, done better this year than last year. Others reversed. It seems that Ismoo's been very consistent, Killer, which I think is a real good trait to have.
I think consistency is key, and working with what works well and sticking to it is what gets you to good places. And it looks like he's in a good place here in SWC. So looking forward to it.
Yeah. Yesterday we saw that, a few of the big boys as well, the big players like Velipity and such, last year's European Cup champion, didn't make it through, showing the caliber this year as well of both the newer players and the veterans as well that we're used to seeing. Drakule, of course, is a newer player. Bals, what can you tell us about his units, what he's going to be using?
Well, as you can see there on the screen, Drakule has an incredibly aggressive playstyle from last season, using these two AoE strippers, the Maw and the Jogun. Unfortunately, both of these units have been nerfed in the previous patch. He's going to have to mix it up, maybe use a slightly more passive play, maybe pick up that Lulu, or maybe he was just going to continue going aggressive, because that's what I'd really like to see anyway, so let's hope he does that.
Yeah, we love to see aggression. We love to see it. You guys as well in the chat, do let us know who you think is going to take each of our matchups, who you think is going to win. Of course, our quarterfinals, as you mentioned, are all best of threes. Who is going to be on top in this one? Is it going to be Ismoo or Drakule? Let us know now. But first things first, it's pick and ban time. It's game one, match one. Guys, over to you.
Here we go, guys. Match one, first one of the day. Match is underway. Pre-bans are in. Kano and Nikki. Very interested pre-bans coming in right there.
Wow, interesting. The Nikki, a really strong unit. I didn't realize that Drakule had her, but of course, it's no surprise that she has been pre-banned because she does so much damage.
Both players probably doing some research about each other and doing those pre-bans. Here we go. Drakule locking in his first monster, that Ganymede. Ismoo responding with the Sierra and Okeanos of his own.
Sierra and Okeanos, two of the strongest early pick units that are kind of consistent against everything. Ganymede early pick, quite surprising though. He's going to have to follow up with some strippers, which he does.
There we go. Drakule, double Artmaster, Changpang and Heigang. Here we go. Changpang and Heigang. On Drakule's side, Ismoo taking a few seconds to decide how he will respond to that draft.
Yeah, Drakule is representing a lot of control, a lot of AoE, but not so much damage necessarily. If Ismoo picks up some more fire units in particular, that would be in his favor.
There we go. Ismoo waiting till that final second, locking in Diana for the third unit and bringing out that Pontos, his own, another set of speed lead as the fourth unit. Drakule, time to draft up his final two units. Here we go. Triple Artmaster. Jogun comes out. And one more unit. Are we going to see another Artmaster? Probably the dark or the light one. Here we go.
I'm not sure if he has the Diet or Light Artmaster, but I am not sure about that Jogun pick. Yes, he has 3 AoE strippers now to counter the Pontos. But he has so little damage once again. The final unit that's going to have to be a heavy damage dealer. Unfortunately, it's not.
No surprise there. Lulu and Friends comes out to play like every single other match we've seen pretty much. Lulu and Friends locked in into Drakule's side. There's his final unit. Ismoo bringing out that Leo. Thinking about locking it in. A few more seconds to decide, taking that time to consider his options.
Leo is a strong pick, but I would have preferred a fire unit in this last position because I think the fire unit would do really well against what's on the field at the moment, but I do favor Ismoo's draft at the moment. He can just ban out the Changpeng and the Drakule has no damage at all.
Just like you predicted, boss, that Changpeng has been banned and that Diana being banned, seeing what she did yesterday. No surprise there at all. Here we go. Leader skills are about to be locked in and the match will commence right after that.
Let's go. I really like Ismoo's draft right now. I definitely heavily favor him in this match. But of course, stranger things have happened, so let's find out.
Here we go. 2 seconds. 1 second. The first match of the day. Here we go. Artmaster attack lead on Drakule's side. Very interesting. Let's go. Match 1 beginning right now. Who will take that first turn? Here we go. Lee taking that first turn as always with his passive.
That's right, the Leo, and then we're going to have to watch out for that Okeanos. Does he manage to reset the right unit? I wonder if he'll go for the Jogun or the Ganymede, but he does get outsped, unfortunately.
There we go, that Leo doing some serious damage on the Hey Gang. Jogun coming up and scrolling that Leo out of the match. Here we go, goes for the strip, strips everyone. Attack buff is up on Drakule's side. Okeanos cutscene from Ismoo's side, resetting that Gany skill 3.
That extra attack buff from Jogun made it a little bit more difficult for Ismoo to reset, but Ismoo did manage to do it. He's reset the Ganymede, a really crucial move there, and now Ismoo has his Sierra available to plant a bomb.
There we go. Pontos landing that silence on 2 units. Hagang takes another turn, landing the glance and a stun on the Pontus. Lulu follows up on Drakule's side. He's gonna have some nice recovery coming up. And the cleanse, here we go, does it up, puts it up. Here we go.
That was a really crucial AoE from Hagang, landing the glancing on Okeanos so that he'll going to be struggle to stun units a little bit more, and of course stunning the Pontos. Really crucial there for Drakule.
Here we go, Okeanos with Rain of Stones, landing that 2 stuns on the 2 units without the immunity, succeeding with that. Leah comes out of the scroll. Sierra skill 1 into Ganymede, gets an additional turn, lands the bomb on Ganymede. Is he going to delete his Ganymede? Here we go, we're about to find out. Ganymede is out of the match.
That was some incredible moves from the Okeanos stun. The glancing meant absolutely nothing. He just stunned those 2 units like it wasn't even there. And it looks like Ismoo is about to wrap up this match. There is the Lulu still on their field though. The Lulu is probably going to delay the inevitable for a little bit longer.
Ismoo looking very healthy with that Pontus. Skill 3 coming up. 2-turn immunity, invincibility. Sierra skill 1 onto Hagan, gaining some attack bar with those crits. Resistance and will on Okeanos. Scroll trap does not go through. Turn cycle skill 3 gets that attack buff on Drakule's side. Is it going to be enough? Sierra tries to land the bomb on Lulu, missing that bomb. Skill 1 into Hagang, not looking very healthy. Pontus, additional turn. Here we go.
Sierra missing quite a few bombs today, but it doesn't even matter because she landed what counts. She landed the bomb on Ganymede, and to be honest, she still has the additional damage from artifacts. Even if she missed every single bomb, I'd still favor Ismoo to have taken this match.
There we go, that Leah dishing out some damage, taking out Hagang. It is 4 versus 2 right now. Lulu's still on Drakule's side, taking an additional proc. Looking to cleanse maybe that silence, doesn't opt in to cleanse that silence. Leah putting in some damage onto Lulu. Okeanos follows up. Sierra, another turn to land that bomb. Succeeds and is gonna detonate. Is he gonna take her out?
That's it. This match is almost over. The Hagang tried to do what he could, but he didn't quite manage to.
That match is over. 1-0 to Ismoo's side. Here we go. Looking very promising for today.
Indeed, Ismoo is looking very strong. We knew that the experience could play an important part here, Baus, but the Okeanos play early on, big difference, big game changer, and it felt like Ismoo was always in the driving seat.
That's true, Adam. Ismoo really making its experience count. Unfortunately for Drakule, he did bring those strippers. He was anticipating the Pontos pick with those 3 Art Masters, making sure that Pontos didn't really do much, but he didn't really prepare for the rest of Ismoo's units because he had those AoE strippers, but they weren't representing much damage. I would have preferred to see something like a Chow, like a Leica, something that goes through the Pontos invincibility, but still does really strong damage instead. Or maybe stealing the Diana as well, a really strong unit into Pontos for the next match.
For sure. Pick and ban game 2 is coming your way here. It's a best of 3, of course. If Drakule does not manage to pull this one back, we will see him next weekend in the lower bracket, and Ismoo will continue his journey trying to get one of those places, those much anticipated, wanted places in the Europe Cup later on. Guys, let's jump in. It's the best of 3. This is game number 2.
Here we go, guys. Set number 2, pre-bans are in. Obvious ban with that Pontus and that Sierra with that very strong speed lead. Here we go, a few seconds. Both players to decide what they will draft up in this second match.
Good bans from both sides. This is going to be a very different game with Drakule having access to the Nikki.
Here we go, Fire and Bison comes out very quickly. Drakule responding instantly with that Okeanos Ganymede, knowing that's a strong combo. Ismoo goes with his second unit, brings out that Changpang, and now he's taking a little bit more time to consider his third option.
These players very confident with their early picks. I think he might pick up something like a Lulu that goes quite well with his current draft.
Here we go, the Fran comes out, a solid unit with earned set of immunity and attack buff. Drakule taking that time to consider what he will draft up, but he's got that Okeanos, he's got that Ganymede on that first and second pick. Third and fourth pick are about to come out.
He does have the Lulu available to him, but he's probably going to want to pick up some strippers given what's on Ismoo's side.
Just like he predicted, 2 strippers do come out, one with the speed lead, Chiwu, and the 4th unit, Hagang, comes out. We know that Hagang is on despair as he stunned in the last match. Ismoo, what will he come up with? Will he stick to something that works for him, or will he come up with something surprising?
Well, Drakule signaling that he wants to take the first turn with that Chiwu pick. Ismoo, he could pick up something like a Verd Hill, something like a Douglas in order to counter what's on Drakule's side at the moment.
Ismoo waiting to the last second, drafting up his 2 final units. Diana and Vertihill, both very solid units, locked in. Ismoo has his 5 units. Drakule still has 1 more to pick. Will he opt in with the speed lead? Goes with that Rika final unit. Bans are about to come in. What are we going to see?
Well, the Rika is signaling a ban on the front unless he's playing mind games. And then Ismoo, he's going to have to ban out either the Rika or the Okeanos. Or maybe even the Chiwu.
Here we go, last second. Bans are in right now. What are we going to see? Take an extra second right there. Looks like it's delayed. There we go. Diana gets that banned out on Ismoo's deck. And that Rika, like always, gets banned out on Drakule's side. Speed lead on Drakule with the Chiwu, and Fire and Bison. Carnal with that HP lead on Ismoo's side. Here we go. Set number 2. Will it even out or will it go 2-0 and moving on to the next match? Chiwu taking that first turn. Here we go. Skill 2 into Carnal block. Beneficial block.
Of course, Drakule did have the 2 AoE strippers. He didn't need to ban out the Fran. And a good choice from the Chiwu to use a skill 2 so the Vertihill didn't have to revenge.
Here we go. Vertihill revenges, but glancing is up and does not increase that attack bar. Glances both hits. Okeanos follows up, resets Chung Pang. Skill 1 from Chiwu into Fran, doing some damage on Fran already.
Indeed, that glancing on Vertihill was really crucial. Vertihill did revenge a couple of times, but it didn't manage to boost up the attack bar. And I see that Drakule is in a lot of control right now. Fortunately, the Fran is about to boost up immunity for her team. I think Ismoo has, Drakule rather, has already used up his AoE strips. Ganymede is going to have to ventilate one of those units.
I believe Chiwu's skill 3 is still up as he opted in with skill 2 at that beginning. Here we go. Skill 3 from Chiwu comes out. Only strips out of the Vertihill. Vertihill glancing, doing a lot of bad work on Ismoo's side. Ismoo skill 1 available from Changpang, and that's the only option he's got.
You are correct, Killer. Chiwu still did have that skill 3, but the skill 3 didn't really do very much. Still 2 units with the immunity on, and this Fire and Bison is a very, very difficult unit to take down. And once he gets his skills back up, then the Fire and Bison might do a lot of work for him.
There we go. Fire and Bison hitting that Oki, dealing a little damage there. Rain of Stones comes out from Drakule's side, stunning that Fire and Bison, and Vertihill along the way. Chiwu skill 2 doesn't manage to strip from Changpang, strips that immunity attack buff from Changpang. Okeanos taking another turn. Resistance from that Changpang on Ismoo's side. Here we go. Skill 2 available for Ismoo.
That was a huge resistance from Changpong into the proc as well. That is a really crucial moment in the game, and Ismoo is starting to turn the tide around now.
That proc indeed might turn that game around. Still anyone's game right here. Additional turn from Fran. Heals up and takes that Bison out of stun. Bison takes a turn onto Ganymede, provokes him. Looking very important provoke right there. Chiwu sleeping that Changpang. Here we go.
That Chiwu doing some good work, but the Ganymede is looking very unhealthy already. Once the Gany-Oki combo is no longer on the field, Drakule is representing very little damage. So Drakule is going to have to take out one of Ismoo's units as soon as he can. Otherwise, Ismoo is going to take over this match.
There we're looking at Vertihill taking a turn with no glancing. Finally gets that attack bar increase for Ismoo's side. Fran puts up that immunity attack buff. Looking very healthy. There we go. Bison onto Chiwu. Chiwu only still 1 available.
He opts to do skill 1.
Oh, huge strip from A-Gang right there. Glancing and the stun. This could be anyone's game. I don't know what to think anymore. Okeanos taking a turn.
You're right, Killer. There's a lot of back and forth right now. That Okeanos doing a lot of additional damage from his artifacts. Artifacts so important in the meta right now. And now it looks like Changpong is going to be taken out. But let's not forget, we still have that Fire and Bison on the field. We still have the Vertihill. We still have the Fran. All units that can still turn the game around for Ismoo. He just needs to take out the Okeanos and the game is pretty much over.
Drakule keeping that control right now. Taking out that Changpang from Ismoo's side. Vertihill about to take a turn. Skill 1 available. Goes into Chiwu. Gets the attack buff. Fran has clans available. Heals up that Fire and Bison and takes him out of the stun. Gets an additional proc attack break on Oki. Could be crucial.
Ismoo taking his time to decide which unit to focus, initially opting for the Chiwu, then changing his mind, focusing on the Okeanos. That was a really important provoke on the Okeanos. The Fire and Bison, oh, he gets woken up by the Chiwu anyway.
That was a very, very swift move. I'm not sure if he knew he slept there, but he followed up really quickly, waking up that M Bison. Here we go, Fran about to cleanse that Fire M Bison. Skill 1 available for M Bison. Kano fails to kill that Okeanos. Okeanos taking another turn, resets and takes Kano out. Still anyone's game. This is very nail biting.
That Fire and Bison is finally out of the field. To be honest, if I were Drakule, I probably would have tried to focus the Fran first instead of the Fire and Bison. The Fran is generally the squishier unit, and the Fran was keeping him alive. But at the same time, now the Fran is still here. If the Fran gets taken out, there could still be anyone's game.
Here we go, Fran skill 1, taking out that Chiwu. Hagang versus Vertihill, nail biting anyone's game. We know that Hagang is on despair. Fran heals up, looking very healthy. Vertihill follows up, dealing damage onto Hagang. Hagang moves, lands that Glacing. Is it enough?
Vertihill landing those crits on Hagang like elemental disadvantage means nothing.
There we go. Ismoo taking out that win. 2-0, moving into that semi-finals.
What a set, fellas. That was honestly edge of my seat stuff there. That was fantastic. I mean, so much emphasis there, trying to take out that M Bison, that Fire M Bison from Drakule there. Didn't quite happen quick enough, and then he managed to turn it around Ismoo at the end, healing brilliantly there, Baus. What a display, though. I mean, a great match for anyone, whether you're a fan of Ismoo or Drakule, just to be a spectator there. A great match, nonetheless.
That's right, Adam. That was a really back and forth match. Drakule initially taking the first turn, he looked like he was in control. Unfortunately, he couldn't take out enough of Ismoo's units, and then we saw that Chung Pung resist the reset from Okeanos into a proc, skill 2 into skill 3. That was the point where the tide of the game was being turned around. And then later on, when the focus was on the really tanky M Bison, the Fire M Bison decided to survive for a long time until Ismoo could recover and eventually take the game.
Yeah, it was fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Drakule obviously moving to the lower bracket next weekend. I'm really excited to see how he does next weekend because there's a lot of promise there. I think you guys at home must agree as well. Ismoo, though, we know him very well. We're not surprised he's gone through to the semi-finals, competing later in a best-of-5 against one of the two competitors in our next quarterfinal matchup. It's going to be big here. This is actually a matchup as well here, Killer. I think with two players we've not touched on really that much before, but we're looking forward to seeing compete greatly.
2 new players to SWC with 2 very different decks. Very exciting. I think this is one of Boss's most favorite matches to come because he's very excited to see something different, and I hope they deliver.
Yeah, GutsTheBERSERK again. What a name. What a name. What can you tell us about Guts? I mean, what do we know about him, Baus? And looking at his stats here as well and his units, how do we think he's going to approach this quarterfinal where he knows there's a great opportunity here to progress and to challenge Ismoo in that next round?
Well, Guts, he's a very famous French player, very known for his unique playstyle, powerful runes, unique builds. We can see those 5th picks at the end in both Season 16 and 17, the Bering and the Icarus. Not popular units, but he managed to make them work. So I'm curious to see what new units he's going to bring out this time round.
Yeah, I quite like it when you see units that aren't used that regularly and you think, what's he bringing here? What's he adding to the mix? Anything's possible. Let's take a look at his opponent as well here, Killer. Obviously, equally, we don't know too much about him, but we're eager to see what he can bring to this matchup as well, because at this point everyone's watching. We're all fans of the game here. We want to see exactly what he can bring into this matchup as well.
There we go, Livert, first time SWC. I'm excited to see what he brings to the table. His most picked units, something we don't see too often, like that Vanessa, she fell out of the meta a few seasons ago, and he still tends to use her, so I would like to see if he actually brings her up in any of the matches today. And everything else in his most picked units is something we haven't seen too often.
Yeah, I love that. I love seeing things that are new or rare to this. It makes it so much more fun. But Livert there as well, improving on last season's win rate, which is also a really good sign. A lot of promise there as well. It's going to be a great matchup. Let us know again who in the chat you think is going to take this one, who's going to progress through to challenge Ismoo in that semi-final later on. It's time for the pick and bans. It is set 1 of match number 2, this quarterfinal here. Livert versus GutsTheBERSERK. Over to you, boys.
Here we go, match number 2 for the day. GutsTheBERSERK versus Livert. 60 seconds for pre-bans. Pre-bans come out. Leona gets banned, and Changpeng comes out as a pre-ban. 7 seconds to think about what they will draft up in these matches.
That's correct, Killer. Leona, the Dark Paladin, one of Livert's favorite units. Changpeng, a surprising ban, but Changpeng, of course, very oppressive nevertheless.
We saw that Annabelle in Livert's most picked units. She comes out first pick from Livert's side. Annabelle, GutsTheBERSERK responding with that Sierra and Triana as first turn picks.
Very confident first pick with the Annabelle. GutsTheBERSERK responding with 2 wind units, as you might expect. Livert is probably going to have to bring out some fire units now.
Here we go, fire unit, just like you said. Vanessa. We haven't seen Vanessa in yesterday's games. I think this is the first time we've seen her today. Vanessa and Wind Panda. Feng Yang comes out to play, and GutsTheBERSERK goes with the Icarus. Flashing Kali out. Here we go. I think he's trolling Livert or myself. I'm not too sure, but flashing that Kali. Is he going to stick with her? 4th unit is about to come out from GutsTheBERSERK. What is it going to be?
That is incredible. I really want to see that Kali, but the Annabelle does do quite well against the Kali, so he's going to have to somehow protect the Kali. He does have the Triana on the field though.
He actually takes that Kali as his 4th unit. Very interesting right there. Something we haven't seen before. Livert thinking and taking that time for his 4th and 5th unit to respond to GutsTheBERSERK.
I would probably expect that this is a bruiser Kali, otherwise it's going to be taken out quite quickly. He does bring the attack buff and the speed buff that complements quite well with the rest of his team for Guts.
Here we go, we see 2 fire units, Rika and Rakan, that we haven't seen before on Livert's side, looking very fire heavy right there. GutsTheBERSERK, 20 seconds for his final unit. What is he going to pick? We're about to find out any moment right now.
I'm expecting a Fran or a Wusa, some form of immunity. Livert is really lacking strip. His only form of strip is the Rakan skill 3.
A strip does come out, and it is Juno on GutsTheBERSERK's side. 25 seconds to decide what they would like to ban out from each other's decks.
Indeed. The choice is probably quite clear for Livert. He's probably want to ban out that Triana that keeps his team alive with the immunity as well. For GutsTheBERSERK, there's quite a few choices. The Rika and the Annabelle are probably reasonable ideas to ban out from Livert's side.
There we go, that Juno getting banned on GutsTheBERSERK's side, and the Rakan getting banned from Livert's side. Leader skills are about to be opt-in. Would they opt-in with the speed leads? Looks like...
Well, we know these players are very unusual pick bans, very unusual drafters, so it's no surprise my predictions were completely off. But let's see how the match goes. I am fascinated to see what happens.
Both players waiting until that final second, taking the experience in as much as possible, but they do opt in with Vanessa speed lead on Livert's side and Sierra on GutsTheBERSERK. Here we go, guys. The first set of match number 2 is underway. Who will take that first turn? GutsTheBERSERK versus Livert, set 1. Here we go. Slight delay over here. Can't see the match beginning. Here we go. Match is underway right now. And that Annabelle taking that first turn, everyone on wheel except that Icarus on GutsTheBERSERK side.
I wonder what offset the Icarus has. Maybe a Nemesis offset? Not sure if he actually gained any attack bar just now.
There we go, Rika stunning that Icarus, landing the slow as well. Vanessa follows up after Rika on Livert's side. Will he choose skill 1 into Kali? Here we go, Feng Yang about to take a turn.
As I predicted, that is a really tanky Kali, is a bruiser Kali, mainly there for the support, but Feng Yang dishing quite a lot of damage onto him through the additional damage artifacts.
Here we go, Kali has buffed up with that invisibility, attack buff, speed buff, Sierra landing on that Vanessa, stunning her along with that bomb. Triana takes the turn, puts up that immunity. Icarus looking healthy, taking that Vanessa out from GutsTheBERSERK. Here we go, skill 1 into Rika. Sierra taking another turn, landing the bomb on Annabelle.
GutsTheBERSERK prepared very well for this match indeed. He studied his opponent, he knew what Livert was going to pick. He came up with a counter, an unusual team, but an unusual team that is working quite nicely nevertheless.
There we go, Kali taking 99% of that HP buff on Rika. Rika managing to survive, taking a turn right now, landing those dots on that Sierra, not looking very healthy. Sierra about to take a turn, skill 1 into Annabelle. Icarus, skill 2 heals up the team on GutsTheBERSERK side.
That is clearly a really efficient, really ruined Kali. Both tanky and dishing out a lot of damage on that skill 2. And I think GutsTheBERSERK is going to slowly wrap up this match. Unless we see some RNG from the Occult Girls, we have seen stranger things than that.
Here we go. Annabelle landing that defense break on that Kali and that Sierra. Taking a turn, skill 1 onto Sierra on the Wind Monster, does not sleep. Rika, skill 1 into Sierra, does not sleep or stun. Triana, skill 1, trying to take that Rika out. Here he goes. Bomb is available for Sierra. Additional turn, dies to the dots. Here we go. Feng Yan moving up.
Well, it's not over yet. Annabelle is really strong sustain. Rika has good skills as well. They have good turn cycling from skill 1. They've not managed to sleep so many units so far, but there's still more time left for them to try and do that. The match is definitely not over yet.
We got that Triana doing some overtime, putting up that immunity, cleansing that Kali out of that stun. Annabelle skill 1 into Kali, not looking very healthy. Skill 1 from Rika. Triana's passive saving that Kali. Kali about to take a turn. Buffs up, invincibility, speed buff, attack buff. Where will it land? Here we go. Feng Yang skill 1 available to go into GutsTheBERSERK's team.
Well, Livert doesn't have any strips, so that Kali is going to get to do her skill 3 when she has the chance. He's going to have to focus either the Icarus or the Triana, but he does still have the Occult Girls to try and sleep some of those units as well.
I still can't decide, still anyone's game here. Rika going with that skill 3, landing many dots everywhere. Here we go, GutsTheBERSERK, many debuffs on the Triana, Icarus, Kali, Feng Yang, skill 1 into Icarus. Defense breakers up. Triana can cleanse a unit. Who will she choose?
That was a really crucial cleanse. As we saw, Kali didn't get to use her skill to ignore defense damage there because it was stunned by the Despair runes from Rika. But now Triana has cleansed her. Kali is going to get to have a go. Will she be able to take out a unit with the Icarus?
There we go. The match has progressed further. So that damage coming from that Kali later on will do some serious damage. Icarus skill 3 into Rika. Kali is about to follow up. Taking that Rika out, doing some serious damage. Feng Yang and Annabelle still alive on Livert's side. And GutsTheBERSERK still has that Triana, Icarus, and Kali looking very healthy. With that defense break comes out from Feng Yang onto Kali, and she's out of the match.
This is an incredible back and forth match from both players, taking out unit after unit. At the moment, Livert is in quite a dominant position because Icarus has used her skill 3 recently. She won't have it back up for a while, and if he takes out the Icarus, then it's probably game over.
Oh my god, this is only the first match. Feels like I was watching the finals. Livert takes that out. That first set, best out of 3, and I'm excited to see the next 1 or 2 matches from these two players.
I mean, it was the most unbelievable rally I think I've ever seen in my entire life. The amount of debuffs at one stage on Guts was next level. But what a back and forth there as well. We've rarely seen this. But such a long game as well. It goes going back and forth. You couldn't really call who was going to take it, Bowser. In the end, Livert comes through and takes a 1-0 advantage going into game 2.
That's right, Adam. I think that may be my favourite match of SWC so far. So many underpicked units being brought out. That Rakan as well. I really wanted to see Rakan go through to the match, but unfortunately not. But there was a lot of back and forth. In the end, the power of the Occult Girls, the power of the fact that Livert didn't have to rely on cooldown skills, whereas GutsTheBERSERK had to wait for his cooldown skills to come back up. That was what made the difference.
Indeed, and clearly the two opponents here have studied each other as well, which goes to show a lot about their character as well and what they could potentially bring to a Europe Cup.
Yes, exactly, and they are taking it very serious. Here we go, set number 2. Are we going to see a different gameplay right now? Because the pre-bans are going to be different from that last round. Pre-bans, 60 seconds to decide those pre-bans. Are they going to take their time or look in something very quickly?
Indeed, this time Livert is going to have access to the Leona, and we know Leona is really key to his strategy, so I think Livert is probably going to be feeling confident about match 2.
No surprise there, 2 units that did really well in the last match. Triana getting that pre-ban and that Kali getting that pre-ban. Livert does not want to deal with that Kali once again. Here we go, GutsTheBERSERK takes that Annabelle on his side this time around. First pick, GutsTheBERSERK with the Annabelle. Livert about to respond.
Well, clearly GutsTheBERSERK has been studying his opponent very well. Last match he stole the Triana. This match he steals the Animal first pick. We never thought we'd see this day. 2 players competing for first pick Animal. What an incredible match we're seeing.
There we go, Livert flashing that Vanessa, but taking her back out. 5 seconds to go, locks in that Feng Yang and that Praha for the first and the second unit. GutsTheBERSERK taking not much time to lock in that Sierra. Changpeng looks like he's going to go in a different drafting right now.
Yeah, that Changpeng brings a lot of control for GutsTheBERSERK. He was pre-banned in the previous match. Now he has access to it and does have the defense break to do well against Leona as well.
She was pre-banned last match. She's had to play this match. Leona comes out as the third unit. Rakan was banned in that last match. Comes out to play again. Third and fourth unit on Livert's side. Leona, Rakan. GutsTheBERSERK pulls out that Icarus. 10 seconds to decide his final unit.
Indeed, GutsTheBERSERK actually has 3 Leona. I suppose the Icarus is also a Leona counter, 4 theoretical Leona counters, but I'm sure that Livert has a very, very well-runed Leona, probably with max resistance anyway.
Eladril comes out to play. I haven't seen this guy in a very long time. Very interesting draft from GutsTheBERSERK side. It is locked in. Wind Archangel is here to play. Livert thinking of how he responds on his 5th unit.
This is some incredible picks today, Killer. I was not expecting the Eladril at all, but actually it does quite well into these bruisers. The Eladril be able to keep GutsTheBERSERK's team alive.
There we go, that Rika did play a lot of overtime in the last match. Last unit for Livert. Rika comes out. Bans are about to come out. Annabelle gets banned out. Rika gets banned out. Octagale's out of this match. What leader skills are they going to opt in? Here we go. Sierra speed lead and the Rakan HP lead. Set 2 is underway. GutsTheBERSERK versus Livert. Livert 1-0 best of 3. Match is commencing right now. We'll take that first turn.
Well, it is hard to say, Killer. Let's see.
Here we go. Changpeng taking that first turn. Managing to strip 2 out of those 4 units. Getting an additional turn. Pushing that attack bar back for that Leona and that Praha. Here we go, Feng Yan about to take a turn.
That was quite unfortunate for GutsTheBERSERK. He did get the proc, but he didn't manage to strip Rakan. And Rakan is going to be able to use the collapse skill, probably take out that Changpeng. But let's not forget, GutsTheBERSERK still has the Eladril.
Sorry, that Eladril skill 1 managing to strip that Rakan. Sierra follows up with a bomb, stunning that Rakan. Getting into Mr. Tony Karis, deleting that Rakan. Rakan does not play at all. Changpeng follows up on that Praha. Feng Yang about to take a turn.
Well, I guess RNG is going both ways today, Killer. The Eladril, the wind unit, stripping the fire unit, and now I suppose that GutsTheBERSERK is looking in a very commanding position with the Sierra, with the Changpeng, that's going to be able to cycle a lot of damage and a lot of turns.
Okay, that skill 1 proving to be very important for Eladril. Praha AoE sleeping, GutsTheBERSERK side, everyone is asleep. Here we go, Leona takes that first skill into Sierra. Eladril comes out of sleep, and Sierra takes skill 1 into Leona. Changpeng, additional turn. Here we go.
This Leona is a very well-ruined Leona. He's going to need to land those bombs and not miss any more bombs. But Eladril is going to be able to help keep the team alive. You still have Icarus skill 2 to do that as well. It's not quite over yet, but GutsTheBERSERK is looking in an excellent position.
Exactly right, it's not quite over yet. We know Leona can do and has solo potentials. Sierra taking that turn into Praha to get that attack bar increase. Leona revenging and stunning that Changpeng. Icarus goes with skill 2, heals up the team. Leona revenges and stuns her, doing some really good work right there with that counter attack up on her side.
That glancing debuff that Changpeng landed, not doing very much. Leona still managing to stun 2 of GutsTheBERSERK's units. And also, do note that Leona has the defense break up on her. Sierra is going to be able to do some damage with skill 1 onto her if she chooses to.
There we go, Sierra landing that bomb onto Leona, but afraid to touch it in case of that revenge. Here we go. Praha skill 1 into Icarus, gaining some attack bar. Sierra returns the favor with skill 1, gaining attack bar on her side as well. Feng Yang landing that defense break on the Sierra on GutsTheBERSERK side, taking it to this return, dealing some serious damage.
This is such an interesting match, Killer. A lot of back and forth, a lot of sustain on both sides, resulting in a much longer match than we're usually used to. We had a lot of fast matches on day 1, and this is certainly not one of them.
Exciting but amazing. That bomb doing some serious damage on Leona. Changpunk is about to take a turn. Uses skill 3, pushes the attack bars back. Fengyang counter attacks, does not land that defense break. Icarus missing a turn, coming out of that stun. Sierra has bomb bevel, lands it on Leona. Is he gonna delete it? Deletes the Leona! Fengyang returns the defense break onto Sierra. Here we go, anyone's game.
This Fengyang is getting a lot of procs, but without the Leona. And with the Illidrill Revive still not being used, Sierra is going to come back on the field and probably going to take out this Praha and Fengyang in quite shortly.
Here we go, seeing Illidrill doing his work, bringing that Sierra back alive with full HP bar. Looking very healthy for GutsTheBERSERK. Praha taking additional turn. Fengyang available to heal or skill 1 with the defense break onto GutsTheBERSERK. Taking his time, lands that defense break. Changpunk on GutsTheBERSERK's side, about to take a turn, pushes back that attack bar from Praha.
Indeed. I think earlier in this match when GutsTheBERSERK decided to take out that Rakan first, that was a really crucial move because he is really heavy on wind. The Rakan would have done very well against Guts, but unfortunately the Rakan was gone without using any of his skills, and that was a really crucial moment in the match.
There we go, Livert, Praha putting GutsTheBERSERK team to sleep. Is it enough for Livert to take this match 2-0, or is GutsTheBERSERK gonna tie it up? Fengyang puts up that heal and that counter attack. Changpunk skill 2 available to strip that heal on Livert's side. They're both taking their time to decide how to proceed next. Here we go, skill 1 into Praha. Icarus skill 3 available. She gonna take something out. Almost taking out that Feng.
Almost, but of course we know that as the match progresses, Icarus's damage reduces as the max HP reduces. But nevertheless, GutsTheBERSERK is going to wrap this one up.
There we go, GutsTheBERSERK tying it up in that second match. Anyone's game, best out of 3. Set 3 will begin in just a minute.
Yeah, what a fantastic match that was. I mean, what I'm loving is you guys talking about sustainability and like endurance as well. We talk about aggressive play all the time and how great it is to create a lot of damage, get a lot of procs, but it's actually surviving a long period of time as well. And GutsTheBERSERK just managed to continuously heal up and carry on and get his units in a position, Baus, where they simply just could not be quashed.
That's right, Adam. Both players running quite defensive playstyles with a lot of sustain. GutsTheBERSERK doing his homework, stealing the Anivore early on, making it a lot more difficult for Livert to execute his strategy. Livert brought out the Rakan that I was really excited to see, but unfortunately we've seen so little Rakan action so far today. I really hope to see some Rakan moves in match 3.
Indeed. We are heading into the best of 3, the third set here. Whoever wins this one will face Ismoo in the semi-finals. Both are worthy, but who will be the victor? Let's head in. It's pick and ban time.
Here we go. The decider, match point for both players. Leona gets that pre-ban. Changpunk gets that pre-ban. Few seconds to decide both players. What will they draft up? Will it be the same as round 1 or something different?
Same pre-bans as match 1. I'm fully expecting an Anivore first pick once again.
Here we go, boss. Just like you predicted, like you can see the future Anivore comes out. That first pick for Livert's side. GutsTheBERSERK bringing out that Sierra. We know that she has a very strong speed lead as his first unit picks Sierra and second unit yet to come out.
Indeed, maybe Livert will pick up that Praha with the predict future skill, and then he'll be able to predict his own win later today.
Here we go, Lulu and friends getting locked in for GutsTheBERSERK's side as the second unit. Livert bringing out that Vanessa and that Triana on his side for second and third unit. GutsTheBERSERK responding, and a unit that is used to, that Icarus comes out for the third spot, and the fourth spot yet to decide.
Fascinating choice there. GutsTheBERSERK deciding to pick up the Lulu instead of the Triana, allowing Livert the Vanessa Triana combination.
Here we go, Kali comes out to play once again. She did some good work before. Is she going to do better work this time, getting him that win? Locked in Kali, Livert taking his time for his fourth and final unit to come out to be locked in.
I want to see a Rakan right now. I think a Rakan would do quite well into GutsTheBERSERK's draft, but I'm not sure about the Rika pick because the Lulu is still on the field and Guts can pick up another cleanser if he chooses to.
All you gotta do is ask, and that Rakan comes out as the fourth unit, and another fire unit as the fifth monster for Livert's side, that Daphnis. Here we go, GutsTheBERSERK Flashing that Suki. Is he gonna lock in Suki? Flashes him in and out, having some fun with his opponent. And he's yet to lock it in. Is he gonna lock it in? 10 seconds to decide. Takes it out.
I like that pick, the Water Monkey. Suiki would have been a good pick as well, but Water Monkey is a little bit more aggressive. He wants to eliminate some of those units from Livert's side before they get to move. That's an obvious ban, the Water Monkey. On the other side, I think Anivel will be a good ban, but maybe Daphnis as well. Both of those units bring in the defense break.
Here we go, bans are about to come in. That Water Monkey King on GutsTheBERSERK side as the 5th unit. Will it stay in the match? Will it get banned? Last second, Water Monkey King gets banned. Daphnis gets banned. Here we go. Speed leader skills are going to come in. Are they going to opt in with the speed lead? As they both have the option. Livert goes with HP lead for fire, which benefits Rakan and Vanessa, and speed Sierra lead for GutsTheBERSERK. Match point for one of these two players. Set number 3 is underway. Who will succeed in going into that semifinals? Here you go. Lulu taking that first turn, puts up that immunity and procs.
Well, I think this time round, the Rakan is going to get to use his skill because I don't think Guts will be able to take out any of Livert's units on turn 1. And of course, there's full immunity, no strippers on Guts' side, so Ciara can't land a single bomb either.
Lots of buffs up on GutsTheBERSERK side, but we know Rakan does strip with skill 3. Vanessa about to take a turn. Skill 1 into Sierra, saving that skill 2. Skill 1 back into Sierra. Icarus on GutsTheBERSERK side, about to take a turn. Skill 2 to heal up his team.
Icarus choosing not to do the skill 3, and now Rakan's going to go into skill 3. He wants to save the Icarus Kali combination for later on, I think.
There we go. Rakan opting to use skill 1 into Sierra. Livert looking to take out that Sierra. Lulu takes a turn. Skill 1 recovers. Looking very healthy. Triana saves that Vanessa from that Kali kill. Vanessa still in that match. Sierra back to sleep with Triana skill 1.
That was an awful lot of damage from Kali once again, but luckily he did have the Triana on the field, and now he has the Vanessa and the Anivel for sustain. The Anivel is going to be able to heal, and then I'm looking forward to this Rakan collapse on the next turn, possibly.
There we go. 3-turn defense break has been landed onto that Lulu from that Anivel. Sierra landing a bomb onto Triana, detonates, not stunning her. Vanessa follows up right now, failing to land that defense break on that Sierra on GutsTheBERSERK side.
That was a really crucial moment to land a defense break so that Rakan could do something. He does get kept cut by the Lulu anyway, but now it's a really important move. Is he going to use the collapse? Is he going to be able to strip?
There we go. Collapse comes out, strips that immunity of Sierra. Vanessa out of this match. Triana's passive in cooldown, unable to save that Vanessa. Procs puts up immunity on Livert's side. Looking still anyone's game at this moment.
Well, I think that was the disappointment of the century from Rakan. That damage from Collapse was so low. I think he missed the crit. And now, I don't know if this Rakan is going to be able to carry this match. But let's not forget, we still have the Anivel, and Anivel can go crazy if she wants to.
Lulu keeping GutsTheBERSERK's side very, very healthy. Sierra trying to land the bomb onto Anivel, resisting right there. Triana, skill 1 available, skill 3 cooldown comes off after this turn, has come off. Skill 1 from Kali into Triana, doing some serious damage. Skill additional turn from Sierra, landing the bomb onto Triana, detonates. Brink of death.
This Ciara going absolutely mental. The Anivel not doing the same, not being able to land those sleeps for the additional turns, unfortunately. I don't think a solo Rakan is going to do very much. Let's not forget, GutsTheBERSERK is going to have his cooldown skills from the Kali and Icarus up very soon as well, and probably take out the Rakan and then wrap up this match.
There we go, GutsTheBERSERK looking very healthy with all those buffs on his side of the team. 4 units versus 2. Anivel from Livert's side taking a turn, landing 3-turn defense break. Rakan, are you going to do something? Are you going to take your unit out? We're about to find out. Here we go. Rakan moves, taking out that Sierra. Wow, looking very amazing.
Finally, we got to see the Rakan do a crit, take out a unit, and also survive the Kali. That is an incredibly tanky Rakan. Maybe a triple HP Rakan, something like that. But the 50% HP lead has done a lot of work for Livert there in helping that Rakan survive the Kali.
So it looks like still anyone's game here. Annabelle sleeping that Lulu with skill 1, very crucial right there. Hikaru skill 2 healing her team on GutsTheBERSERK side. Kali doing some serious damage on that Rakan. Rakan skill 1 into Kali with that defense break. Returning that favor and doing some more damage onto her. Annabelle option skill 1 or heal or a defense break. Goes for the defense break. Kali survives just.
Well, just but not enough because Icarus manages to take out the Rakan now. But we do still have an Annabelle left on the field. Can Annabelle take out this Kali before Kali manages to take her out?
There we go. Annabelle sleeps. Icarus takes an additional turn. Tries to sleep. Lulu fails. Kali buffs up. Speed buff, invincibility, attack buff. Lulu heals up that Kali. Kali takes another turn. Ignores defense. Failing to crit on that animal.
Yeah, of course it is difficult, Annabelle being a water unit. But the Kali has used his skill 2. He does have the speed buff in order to help his unit cycle some more skills. I think once the Icarus' skill 3 is back up, which is very soon, Annabelle is going to be wiped off the field.
Looking very healthy for GutsTheBERSERK. This was that match point. Annabelle, skill 3 available immediately up on GutsTheBERSERK side. Skill 1 onto Kali. Icarus healing with skill 2. Here we go. Kali's critting on Annabelle. GutsTheBERSERK moving on to semifinals. 2-1. Not an easy match, but well done to GutsTheBERSERK.
Yeah, so fantastic to watch that all unfold. I think we all hoped today that we were going to see some of these newer players that we don't know too much about really deliver the goods on the main stage. And in our virtual broadcast main stage, they've absolutely done that. It was such a good match, Bowles. You said the favourite set of the day, of the weekend. I'd say the favourite whole match of the weekend thus far. So close, two incredibly talented players.
I absolutely agree, Adam. These players, I hyped them up. They lived up to the hype. They brought the weird plays. They brought the back and forth. We finally got to see some Rakan action on match 3. The Rakan, unfortunately, missed the first crit, but the second crit took out that Ciara. That was probably the most exciting moment of the game. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. GutsTheBERSERK was able to wrap it up with his units, bringing a lot of damage to the field, taking out that Rakan eventually, and then wrapping things up.
Indeed. I think Livert, though, regardless, managing to put on such a good show, even though moving to the lower bracket next weekend, like Drakule before him, so capable of going the distance, playing like that and having that amount of knowledge of their opponent and putting such a great fight as well. Let's have a look at our brackets here. Killer, we've got Ismoo versus GutsTheBERSERK later on. What a semi-final that's going to be.
Well, that's going to be interesting one. I love those picks from GutsTheBERSERK. Things we haven't seen before, and it was very exciting. I really enjoyed watching that, and here we go.
Yeah, indeed.
That was very interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got 2 more quarterfinals coming your way, you guys watching. We have got 2 quarterfinals followed by our semis. The next best of 3, we know him very well. Obabo is coming into the mix in this next game. We saw him compete here last year against another newcomer, SmokeZzz, that we don't know too much about. Again, Bowles, these are 2 competitors. We know so much about Obabo. What makes him such a big name in the Summoners War world?
Indeed, Adam. Obabo, a very well-known player, a very popular player, bringing a lot of damage, likes his first turn, loves his Han, which synergizes his weather very well with the Bella. We saw a lot of Bella action yesterday, so those 2 really powerful light dark units are going to be really key for Obabo, but we all know he is very flexible in his draft as well. He could switch it up. He knows that SmokeZzz is also a very formidable target, so he might bring some interesting techs today as well.
Indeed. I mean, look at his win rate there. The same last season as this season, 70%. And also look at that pose as well. The guy's like a Swedish model. My goodness. What a glare he had there. I was kind of mesmerized. Okay, let's look at his opponent here, Smoke as well, who is another worthy competitor who's, of course, going to put on a show. I mean, so far, everyone has been absolutely stellar. So there's no doubt Obabo is going to have a bit of a challenge on his hands from Smoke here. Killer, we see here, again, relatively consistent win rate as well, but tell me about Smoke, what we can expect from him with the units that he chooses regularly.
I hear a lot of rumors about SmokeZzz being a very strong contender for Obabo. It looks like he likes first turn picks as well. You got that Tableau in his draft, you got that Sierra in his draft, you got that Barbara in his draft. I'm just excited to see who takes that first turn when these two match up right now.
Indeed. And as always, guys, do get into the chat who you think is going to take each of these matchups. And can you go all the way and predict the right person, the right winner every single step of the way? Let us know if you've done well so far. Get it in the chat. We're jumping into the picks and bans right now. This is going to be match 3, our quarterfinal 3, and set number 1. Over to you, Killer and Berserk.
Here we go, match 3 is underway. Obabo versus SmokeZzz. 50 seconds for those pre-bans to be locked in. Do the opponents know each other's deck? Here we go, pre-bans are in. Changpang gets banned out. Sierra, that speed lead, gets banned out. A few seconds to decide how would they drop that.
Really interesting pre-ban from SmokeZzz, deciding not to pre-ban the Han. Babo is going to have that combination available to him. I don't know if he's going to choose to use it or not.
Here we go, something different from Obabo, bringing out that Colonel as his first pick. SmokeZzz thinking and taking that time to consider his options and how he responds. He goes with that Merlong as his first pick, and that Lulu and Friends as the second pick. Very interesting.
This is fascinating stuff. Both players going with a turn 2 draft instead of turn 1 draft that we were hoping to see. I'm slightly disappointed, but nevertheless, this is going to be an interesting match to see which bruisers win.
We still have time for that match to come up in the next one. Here we go. Obabo brings out that Fran and brings out that Bella for the first, second and third unit. And SmokeZzz a few more seconds, 5 seconds to decide for his third unit and fourth unit. Brings out that Chiwu and Diana.
That is a rather strange Chiwu pick. Chiwu is going to strip, but then he doesn't really have a unit to follow up. I'm not sure about that one. He could have bought something like a Juno instead for the strip, but also doing some damage. Obabo, he has the Bella on the field. He's going to be able to combine that with the Han if he chooses to. With the Fran attack buff, that Han is definitely going to be able to take out a unit turn 1.
That word Han comes out to play. Obabo picking Han, waiting for that final second. Brings out Icarus. A lot of action for Icarus today as the final unit. Locks her in. SmokeZzz 25 seconds to decide his final unit. What is it going to be? I'm excited to see.
I like the Icarus pick. It goes well with the Han lead. It does consistent damage to help Obabo take out one of SmokeZzz's units turn 1.
Here we go. SmokeZzz locking in Abilia for his final units. Bans from both sides will come out any moment now. What are they going to be? Han gets banned out, and that Merlong gets banned out. Chiwu and Kano for the leader skills. Here we go. First set for match number 3. Obabo versus SmokeZzz. Match is underway right now. Chiwu taking that first turn. Skill 3 is available. Goes for the strip. Succeeding to strip every single turn. Lulu follows up on SmokeZzz's side with that immunity available to put up.
Interesting choice of using the Chiwu strip before the Fran had moved. But of course, Diana still has the strip to strip whatever Fran puts up. I did really like that Abellio pick though. So much to stay on SmokeZzz's side, but maybe not so much damage if that Diana gets taken out too quickly.
Talking about damage, that Bella, Dark Cannon Gale putting some serious damage into that Diana, putting her HP bar down to 60%. Diana returning the favor, putting her HP bar down to 50%. Diana transforms back into Pony. Skill 1 available. Is it going to stun something? Goes for the Bella, does not stun. Carnal follows up on Obabo's side.
This Abellio is on the field, so if Carnal takes the Diana below a certain amount of HP, the Abellio will cut and be able to provoke the Fran. Fortunately, he doesn't quite do that, so now there is still the Lulu on the field to keep the Fran healthy though.
SmokeZzz looking very healthy with that immunity up on his side. Icarus about to follow up on Obabo's side. What skill is he going to go? He goes with skill 2, goes for the heal. Carnal about to take a turn into Diana. Here we go. Diana on SmokeZzz's side about to take a turn. Will he transform? Will he put up the shield? Will he skill 1 for a stun? We're about to find out. Here we go. Skill 1 into Fran, failing to stun her.
That buff block on the Bella is really crucial because now Bella... Oh, so Fran does not choose to do skill 3 actually.
Never mind about that buff block. Fran skill 2 cleanses that out. Bella doing some serious damage into that Diana. You can see that she has destroyed Diana's HP bar. He's got that little bit of a red mark. Not looking very healthy for her at the moment. Belly about to take a turn. Transforms into the beast, provoking that Icarus along the way.
That was a big amount of healing from Abelio, but unfortunately he did not have the accuracy to land those provoked on the important units. The Fran still has her skill 3 available in order to buff the attack and immunity.
This is still that first set. Diana about to take a turn, transforms into human. From SmokeZz's side, puts the damage into Bella, bringing her HP bar down to 30%. Transforms back into pony form. Skill 1 available, stunning that Bella. Fran following up right after that Diana on Obabo's side. Cleansing additional proc. That Bella looking very healthy Obabo's side right now.
Bella doing so much damage, and Tarnal has skill 3 available as well. Icarus still has her cooldown skill available. Obabo has been waiting out on all his cooldown skills in order to use them all in one go. So I'm really excited to see when that happens.
Here we go. Druid transforms back into human form. Oh, there we go. Diana's been taken out by that Colonel. Huge play by Obabo right there. Lulu skill 1 for the heal. Not looking too healthy on SmokeZz's side. Icarus putting that Abelio on 1 HP bar. Gets an additional proc. That Abelio doing some damage into Bella. Here we go. Fran takes out that Abelio. Obabo taking out that first set.
Wow, absolutely unbelievable. That happened in a flash. Other games have been, you know, they've really relatively long-winded. They've taken their time. They've been defensive. Obabo, bish bash bosh, brings the power, brings the strength, and straight away, Smoke says, no, I've got 2 units left, but I'm not willing to carry on. Bow. So what a great display from Obabo, kicking things off with a lot of energy and a lot of prowess indeed.
Well, I'm not surprised at all, Adam, that Obabo brought the energy. He was actually chose to wait out the cooldown skills from Carnal, from Icarus, until he could use them together, until the Lunu immunity was gone. He used it at the crucial moment and he took out Smoke's units. I thought that Smoke's that early Chiwu pick, lacking the damage, probably put him at a big disadvantage there with the rest of his Bruiser draft.
Yeah, I mean, I think with, a lot of players always feel like they're at a disadvantage anyway against Obabo. But, I mean, how does Smokes come back from this one, Killer? What could he possibly do?
Probably come up with a different draft, or maybe keep that same draft. Here we go. Set number 2 is about to begin. Pre-bans are about to come out. 60 seconds to decide. Chung Punk Sierra pre-banned in the last match. Are we going to see him pre-ban this? Come out to play this match. Here we go. Chiwu pre-ban. Aisha pre-ban. Smokes knowing Obabo might pick that Aisha is one of his favorite units. 2 seconds to decide how they will draft up for this match.
Once again, the hand not getting pre-banned, Killer. Smokes is going to need to come up with a strategy to deal with that hand, but we know he does have the Swift set to deal with it.
There we go. Smokes picking that Sierra as that first unit. Obabo drafting up that Colonel and that Lulu and friends on his side for his first and second unit. Smokes picking that Merlong and Molly on his second and third unit. Very interesting draft right here. Looks like a slightly of a change.
Well, disappointingly, Killer, once again, both players going with defensive drafts, not going with the aggression that they're known for. But both players still having a lot of damage nevertheless with their healers.
I was excited to see who takes that first turn. Both players being very fast. Here we go. Obabo goes with that Bella again and that Han for his third and fourth unit. Sticking with something that works. Smokes goes with the Diana for the fourth unit. He's going to bring out his fifth unit. What is it going to be? I'm curious to find out.
Well, the Diana not maybe the best pick into Carnal, but nevertheless a very strong RNG unit.
There you go. Smokes taking that friend on his side this time around, having his own set of immunity on his side, and Obabo 18 seconds to draft up his final unit.
Indeed. There's a couple of choices for Obabo. He has the Chung Pong available to him. I think the Chung Pong will be quite a good pick here. Also the Ganymede maybe, or also some other form of strip.
Hey, here we go. Icarus comes out to play once again. Icarus, one of the most picked units today. Here we go. Both players taking that time to think about what unit they'll ban from each other's sides. Decks.
Well, I feel like Obabo only has one stripper in the Bella. Bella would be a good ban on Obabo's side. On SmokeZz's side, Ciara probably the main source of damage, but the Diana can bring the RNG as well.
Waiting till that final moment. Here we go. Smokes bending out that Han from that draft, and Obabo bending out that speed lead. Sierra from SmokeZz's draft. Merlong opted in as the leader skill. Obabo 1, Smokes 0. Best of 3. Set number 2 is underway. Here we go. Bella taking that first turn on Obabo's side. What is he going to do? Oh, that damage into Fran, putting a halfway HP bar. Merlong follows up on Smoke's side. Skill 2, stripping, no one. Here we go, Icarus taking that. Fran out, skill 3.
Unfortunate to miss the strip on the Fran, but it didn't even matter. Bella did so much damage with additional damage artifacts, and then Icarus just finished things up.
That Bella does a lot of damage and takes a lot of damage. It's very interesting. Here we go. Pony, skill 1 into Bella, failing to stun her. Lulu about to take a turn. Skill 1 into Diana. Molly follows up on SmokeZz's side to heal. Here we go. Additional proc from that Molly.
Bella is really dominating proceedings today. Let's not forget the Carnal still there to use his skills. Obabo looking in a very commanding position, but the Molong still has the Reckless available and the Diana is still there in order to take out a unit. I wonder if he's going to take out the Bella first or the Carnal first.
There we go. That Molong doing some serious damage into that Bella, blending that defense break. Lulu healing up that Bella on Obabo's side, looking very healthy. Diana has the shield up from Molly on her side.
That's right, the Bella that's also able to reduce the attack by a little bit of the Diana. Bella such a powerful kit in her, and also just really dominating this match and really dominating a match yesterday as well. I'm really enjoying seeing so much Bella action over the 2 days that we've had.
There we go, Merlon getting additional proc. Skill 2 on Obabo's side, doing some serious damage into that Bella as the defense break was up. Lulu heals up Obabo's side, looking healthy once again. Molly skill 1 into Bella, not doing any damage. Pony is about to take a turn. Diana, will you transform or put the shield up? Goes for the transform. Where is he going to put these multi-hits? Goes into Bella, putting her into like 30% HP bar. Carnal additional proc. Skill 1 into Diana.
That was really unfortunate for Obabo. Carnal missing 2 provokes on skill 1. This Bella is finally going to get taken out. And actually, with the Molly sustain that SmokeZzz has, the game is definitely not over yet. Let's see if Icarus gets her skills up sooner rather than later.
There we go, both players having 3 units available. Diana taking out that Bella. Skill 1 from Diana into Carnal, failing to stun him. Merlong skill 1 into Carnal, failing to land that defense break. Lulu about to heal up with skill 1, gets an additional turn. Skill 1 into Diana. Always passive, healing up all of SmokeZz's sides.
Icarus has her skill 3 up really soon. I wonder if Obabo is going to choose to focus the Diana or the Molong. Diana does have the RNG with the additional turns, but the Molong does have the defense break, and still the Reckless has not been used yet.
There we go, that Diana is stunned. Lulu's about to take a turn from Obabo's side, puts up that immunity on that Lulu. Molong still has that Reckless, he hasn't chosen to use it. Molong about to take a turn, goes with that Reckless, hits Icarus, bringing it down to 5%, 10% HP. Molly about to follow up.
Molly is deciding if she should shield up the Molong or go in on Icarus. Doesn't matter, she can do both.
That additional prop allows her to do both. Here we go. Carnal skill 2 available, goes into Diana. Diana has the slow up. Icarus skill 3, failing to take that Diana out. That was crucial. Lulu taking that Diana out. Getting an additional proc, putting up that immunity on Obabo's side. Wow, what a play right there. Molong additional proc, but is it going to be enough?
SmokeZzz knew that Icarus was going to use the skill 3, so he had to use the Molong Reckless, otherwise Icarus would have gone in with the skill 3 on Molong. Unfortunately, the Molong was not able to take out the Icarus. He was hoping for the Diana to proc out of stun. That didn't happen. Now it looks like Obabo is going to wrap up this match.
There we go, Icarus skill 2 healing up his side of the team. Lulu healing up that Carnal, putting that immunity up. Molong skills on cooldown. Skill 1 available to play only. Going into Icarus, can't land the defense break because the immunity is up.
Yeah, that's right. This Carnal is such a dominant unit as well. Or he doesn't need to wait for his cooldowns like Icarus does. All of Carnal's skills are powerful, and he's just going to keep going and going. This Molly is about to get taken out very soon.
Here we go. Looks like the game is taking his time. There's no counter. There we go. The time has come back. Game's resumed. Cardinals damage into Molly. Here we go. Merlon about to take a turn. Skill 2 is available. We know that skill 2 does a little bit of damage. Doing some damage. Additional turn. Reckless is available for Merlon. Will he use it? Will he not? We're about to find out.
He can use it because Molly is going to heal him up the match after, but he chooses against that.
Taking that safe route. Molly putting up that shield on herself. Ikara skill 2 available for that heal. Goes for that skill 2 heal. Cardinal skill 1 available. Skill 2 and 3 on cooldown. Skill 1 into Merlon. Doesn't matter. Additional proc. Skill 3. Psycho Crusher. Landing the slow on the Molly.
Unfortunately for SmokeZzz, nothing at all landed. I mean, fortunately, nothing at all landed on the Molong. But the Molong is, even though he has the Molly sustain, it's not really sustaining enough. The Molong slowly but surely going to be taken out.
There we go. Obabo looking very healthy with that 2-turn immunity up on his side. Merlon doesn't care. Strips that immunity off Lulu. Stuns her along the way. Kano into Molly. Additional turn. Icarus taking that Molly out. Merlon versus 3 units. Obabo 1, SmokeZzz 0. Looks pretty much decided. Reckless into Icarus. There we go. Obabo taking that with a clean sweep. 2-0, not swift. They took their time. Those matches went pretty long. It was very exciting to watch.
It was exactly that, exciting to watch. It's great to see Obabo there, showing why we know him. We know about his, why he is so good at Summoners War at World Arena, and this is the reason why, because he knows exactly when to heal up, exactly when to play aggressively, and to a degree, outwitted, outsmarted his opponent SmokeZzz there. But a valiant, once again, a valiant effort. But you almost felt that Obabo always held the upper hand there. What was it about the way that he played which gave him such wind in his sails?
Well, Obabo, once again, he switched it up. He had the Carnal Lulu. That's a draft that's been so dominant so far. But he was able to pair it with his strong light dark units, the Han, the Bella, and the Ikaras, all bursting out consistent damage onto any element that they chose to. So no matter which one of the 3 you banned, they were still able to take something out. He was able to take out a unit really quickly on turn 1, and the match was just wrapped up from then on.
I know, Killer. I felt you were buzzing there, absolutely buzzing at the course of that. It was such a great watch there, and well on YouTube for bringing so much hype and energy in there as well. We can see on the brackets that Obabo goes through to that final. He'll be competing later on against the winner of the next and final quarterfinal that we have coming your way this afternoon. We're going to meet our players in just a second's time here. But Killer, you saw there as well, like there was so much to get excited about here, not just from our players that we know so well, but from the new players as well, trying to change things up strategically as well and really put on a show for us.
They did put on a show for us. It was just not quite enough in that last match, but what can you do? Yeah,
exactly. And again, I think that next weekend SmokeZzz going into the lower bracket, I think can definitely make a run for, compared to our other teams that we've seen or other players that have gone out today to next weekend. Still, big things are afoot. It's our final match of our final quarterfinal of the day. It's Elmo versus Chene. Guys, what a big match this is. We know one of these players very well, Baus. What can you tell us?
That's right. Chene, the only player who's appeared in every single EU Cup previously. I'm sure he's going to do well today as well.
Killer, we look at Elmo here and his win and win rates as well as his most picked here. Do you think he stands a chance against Chene, or do you think it's going to be a case of we know that there is someone that is competing here who has got a lot of experience? Is that going to be hard for Elmo to counter, or do you think there's a chance here to really make his mark?
Well, I think everyone has the chance. Elmo does like the Maul, he likes the Joe Gun, those 2 units have been nerfed. He's going to have to mix that up, but I think he has a lot of interesting toys at his disposal. Don't know if Chene knows what Elmo has available, but I'm sure Chene has been preparing nevertheless. Chene has been coming up with some counters, but I'm really curious to see what Elmo brings.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing as well. Season 16, a 75% win rate there as well, which is very high. Chene we don't know exactly who he's going to pick in Season 17. We have enough data. However, that kind of adds a little bit of mystery to this, a bit of an enigma right now. I'm kind of excited about this one, Killer.
He might do that on deliberately, because all he does is play that one season just to qualify for SWC and keeps the rest secret. That's why we don't have any data for him on Season 17. He has qualified for this year's SWC with that strong win percentage rate right there in Season 16. Was that 75%?
I love that. I'm all for a bit of a riddle. I'm all for a bit of a mystery. So this is going to go a long way. I'm excited about this one. Again, as always, guys, watching right now in the chat, let us know exactly who you think is going to go the distance and face Obabo in that semi-final. It is pick and ban time. It is quarterfinal 4. It is set 1. Bounce Killer. Let's do it, boys. Here we go.
Final match number 4 for the quarterfinals for today. Pre-bans are in. Ragdoll gets banned from Chen's side and Changpang gets banned from Elmo's side. First picks are in. Elmo picks Merlong. Here we go.
Both of these players have prepared well for the other. Of course, Ragdoll getting banned, no surprise. Both bringing out quite tanky drafts so far.
Here we go. Chen taking out that Carnal and Lulu and friends for his first and second pick. Elmo taking a few seconds to decide what he'll respond with. Bringing out that Sierra and his third unit any moment now.
He might bring out a friend to complement the Sierra. Not sure about that. Probably going to need some form of sustain though.
There we go. Form of sustain. Indeed, that is a Praha for his third unit. Double Oracle on Elmo's side. Sierra, Praha, and that Merlong. Chen with that Carnal, Lulu friends, flashing out that Savannah and bringing her back in. Is he going to decide with her or is he going to switch up in the final few seconds? Takes her back out, brings out Diana. And fourth unit, what is it going to be?
I like the Diana pick.
Okeanos.
It's a little bit more tanky than the Savannah, and the Diana able to take the RNG. I like the Okeanos as well, but there is a lot of water on Elmo's side. So if Elmo decides to invest a little bit more in water, then that would quite do well against those two fire AoE CC units.
There we go, Chen with that Diana and Okeanos for his third and fourth unit. Elmo bringing out that Kinky and Pontos. LD units locked in. Kinky, a solo potential monster. Pontos, very, very strong unit with that speed lead. Locked in on Elmo's side.
Those are two incredible units, Kinky and Pontos, both very strong light dark rare monsters. Shen, he's going to have to either ban out that Pontos or bring another stripper, or have to ban out that Kinky. If he wants to let the Kinky through, he's going to need to bring some fixed damage, maybe something like the Icarus.
There we go, Shen locking in that Savannah as his final unit. Elmo coming out to play seriously with that draft. Shen responding with another serious draft. 18 seconds to decide the pre-ban. The bans.
I do like the Savannah pick as well, not bringing an AoE stripper, sticking the ban on the Pontos there.
There we go, Pontos gets banned out, Diana gets banned out. Leader skills are about to go in any moment now. Will it be HP leader skills, speeder leads, or accuracy leader skills? We're about to find out.
Yeah, I think this match is going to be all about the AoE units. Are they going to be able to land their stuns or not?
There we go, Sierra speed lead on Elmo's side, and the accuracy Okeanos on Chen's side being very important. Here we go, set number 1, match 4, Elmo versus Chen. Okeanos taking that first 10 from Chen's side.
Let's see if they're able to reset a unit or not.
Goes for that reset on Merlong, failing to strip and resetting. Merlong cuts in, skill 2, stripping nobody. Both players unable to do anything in that first turn.
True choice for Merlong not to use the Reckless to take out a unit turn 1. He could have done that. He had the Sierra to follow up, but he might get punished for that.
Maybe he's playing it a little bit extra safe. Here we go. Sierra putting up that bomb on Savannah, failing to dismount her, but stunning her. Kinky follows up, doing some serious damage on that Lulu. Lulu healing up that team on Chen's side. Savannah, here we go. Defense break on that Merlong. Sierra, Kinky on Elmo's side. Takes an additional turn.
Unfortunate for Elmo, getting punished for not using the Reckless Assault. He was trying to focus down the Savannah. The Savannah was quite a tanky Savannah, as you might expect from Shen, and it survived, able to use his skills, and now Shen is going to really be able to probably wrap up this match.
There we go, that fire and Bison Kami do some serious damage. What happened right there? Chene taking out that Merlong Sierra. 2v4. Anyone's game. Chene looking very healthy.
Indeed, but let's not forget there is still a Kinky on the field. Kinky is a unit that is very difficult to take out. The Okeanos and the Carnal is going to have to land their CC, going to have to ensure that the Kinky stays stunned in order for him to deal a little bit more damage to the Kinky.
That is correct. Kinky is no joke. Like I said, anyone's game. Okeana, skill 2 available. Will he try to reset that Praha? Resistant kicks in on Praha's side. Kano follows up into Praha. Not doing anything into that Praha. Skill 1 from Praha onto Kano. Dealing some damage. Lulu responding with skill 1 and healing up Shen's side.
That was a really important resistance from Praha, but the are still 4 units on Shen's side of the field. He still has that Lulu to keep his team healthy. Let's just see how much Lulu can heal whilst the Kinky tries to pummel down that Kano.
There we go, Shen landing that slow with the Savannah earlier on. Could be crucial. Here we go, Okeana's Rain of Stone is available. Goes with the Rain of Stones. Does not stun that Kinky. Stuns that Praha. Praha's provoked. She's stunned. She's not going to do much right now. Savannah follows up on Shen's side. Will he take that Praha? Does not let that slow.
That was a really unfortunate for Shen not being able to CC that Kinky. The Kinky revenging the Okeanos. The Okeanos is almost gone now.
There we go, Kinky putting that serious damage into Okeanos. Kinky stunned. Savannah goes for the kill, almost there. Okeanos finishing off that Kinky Praha. All skills available, but not looking healthy for Elmo. Chin looks like he will be taking this match right now.
Never mind. Finally, the Kano was able to CC the Kinky, and now Shen is able to wrap up this match. A truly dominant display from Shen.
There we go, 1-0 Shen's side. Best of 3, still anyone's game. Will it tie up, or will it be a clean sweep 2-0 from Shen's side?
Shen there proving, he's like, hey, I don't need to play all these games every season. I can just turn up on the day and just absolutely smash it. And he's doing exactly that. What a display there. Seems so in control from the get-go. That Lulu is so pivotal. So many players using it as well to heal regularly and remain, endurance, as we said, is such a key factor here, Baus. I mean, what can Elmo do to counteract the way that Shen approaches all these events, all these kind of matchups? It seems at this point that it could be a little bit of a losing battle.
Well, Elmo did try to go into a little bit of Shen's box. He's took the Mo Long quite early on, but Shen was able to pick up that Kano and Lulu combination, both very strong units in this meta. I think the meta suits Shen really well. Anyway, he's known for his defensive playstyle, and he was able to wrap that match up really, really smoothly. Despite the Pontos coming out, he just banned that out and was able to easily go on and win.
Well, Obabo is sitting there waiting, looking pretty in the semi-finals right now. And will it be Shen facing him in the next round? We'll have to find out. We need 2 back-to-back victories from Elmo. It's pick and ban time.
Here we go. Set number 2, match point for Shen. Elmo versus Shen. Kinky gets that pre-ban. Okeanos gets that pre-ban. Few seconds to decide what they'll draft up.
Well, the Kinky was a scary pick for Elmo in the previous match. Shen, no one wanted to deal with that. A little bit less scared of the Tom Pontos, I suppose, the Shen. He probably has the tools to deal with the Pontos.
There we go, Shen taking that Merlot as the first unit. Elmo drafting up that Carnal and Lulu and friends for his first and second unit. Shen responding with a Juno. Haven't seen him use a Juno before, and the third unit about to come out.
Well, Shen does have the Ragdoll available to him this time. The draft is looking really similar to the previous draft, but mirrored Elmo picking up the Kano and Lulu this time.
There we go, say Ragdoll. Ragdoll comes up instantly right after that. Locks in Ragdoll, Shen for his third unit. Elmo bringing out that Suki and Kaki. No Kinky, he's pre-banned. Suki and Kaki locked in for Elmo's side. Shen brings out that Wusa for the fourth unit and a fifth unit about to come out.
Fascinating picks from Elmo, both really strong counters to Ragdoll, although that Kaki is quite weak to the Mo Long. Because Elmo is not representing any strip, Shen is able to pick up the immunity unit here.
There we go, last second, brings out that Chow, Wusa and Chow locked in for Chen's side. Fuki comes out on Elmo's side. We know these units are very good because they can't crit. And what benefits from the crit passive? That Ragdoll. Ragdoll might stay in the game. 18 seconds for the bans.
I think it's pretty clear that Ragdoll is not going to get banned out this time. I'm really excited to see all these Onimushas in action. You know I love me some Onimushas.
Here we go, Kano opting with that leader skill. Set number 2 is underway. Shen 1, Elmo 0. Best of 3. Will it be a clean sweep or will it be a tiebreaker? Here we go, Kano taking that first turn, landing that stun and a slow on Juno. Juno's passive healing up. Chow is stunned. We know his passive can also cleanse him. Juno about to take a turn. Strips everyone on Elmo's side. Dots her up, stuns her down.
Interesting choice from Shen not to use the reckless assault from Molong. He did knew that the Lulu was gonna cut, I suppose.
Here we go, Chao about to take a turn. He was stunned. His passive was able to bring him back to take a turn. Here we go. Fuki goes with that skill 1 onto Molong. Doesn't land the defense break. Suki follows up onto Molong. Does not land that defense break. Ragdoll takes a turn. Not doing serious damage on that Suki. Carnal skill 2 available into Molong. Does not provoke additional turn. Skills on cooldown. Skill 1 provokes that Molong.
That is a really tanky Suiki, and no surprise because Suiki is usually built extremely tanky. He gains attack as the match goes on. I think Shen should focus on this Kaki first instead of the Suiki. It should be easier to take out for him.
Suiki, Suki, Kaki, here we go. Ragdoll's about to take a turn. Skill 2 into Suki, Suiki. Here we go. Kaki takes a turn into Molong, lands that defense break. Suki takes a turn, swoosh, and then swoosh, takes that Molong out of the match. Here we go, Elmo looking very healthy.
That was incredible. Elmo prepared very well for this Ragdoll draft with all of these Onimushas, extremely well-runed Onimushas as well. Shen, he might have to think about in the next match. Hopefully Elmo pre-bans the Ragdoll and then he doesn't have to deal with all the Onimushas.
Here we go, Kaki about to take a turn. Goes skill 1 into Ragdoll. Does not land that defense break. Juno on Shen's side about to take a turn. Will he skill 2 or skill 1 for some attack bar?
I think he'll skill 1 for some attack bar, maybe some stuns.
There we go, Carnal is stunned. Suki takes a turn, lands a defense break on that Ragdoll. Could be very crucial. Juno gaining that attack bar from that skill 1 earlier on. About to take another turn. Will he stun another unit? We're about to find out. Goes into Kaki, does not stun. Lulu heals up that Suki, looking very healthy right there with that immunity on him.
This Chao is still on the field. He can do some serious damage. He actually does more damage the fewer monsters are left on the field. If he manages to take out that Kaki and then the Suiki, then maybe Chao can actually solo this match.
There we go, Kaki taking out that Ragdoll before he gets taken out by that Chao. Here we go, Carnal skill 2 into Chao, doing some serious damage. Juno about to take a turn. Don't rule out that Chao just yet. We know Chao has solo potential. Juno stunning 2 out of 3 units, taking 1 out along the way as well.
Unfortunately, he did not stun the most important unit to stun, which was the Lulu. This week he has so many stacks on right now. I think he's going to take out that Chao.
Swoosh, swoosh, and Chao's out of the match. Juno versus 3 unit. Chen not looking very healthy. Elmo looking to tie up this set. Number 2, 1-all. Chen and Elmo, anyone's match coming up next, the decider.
Exactly right. This is anyone's match. I mean, Elmo officially is now a bit of a comeback king. We didn't really see it coming, but it proves a point there that if you stack up correctly, if you line up with the right units, you can really pack a punch, and that's exactly what he did. And Chen there did not know how to handle it, Baus.
Exactly, Adam. Elmo prepared specifically for this Ragdoll draft from Shen, I think. He brought out the 3 Onimushas, the Fuki, the Suiki, and the Kaki, and they just did so much damage, not activating Ragdoll's passive. Shen was not able to benefit from his Ragdoll at all. He couldn't take out that Suiki quickly enough, and then the Suiki just took over.
Did. It's all to play for right now, guys. It is 1-1. We have the very last set of this best of 3, and whoever wins this will go through to face Obabo in the semi-final a little later on. It's going to be massive. It's all to play for. Let's get some hype, some energy in the chat, baby. Let's jump into set 3 of this brilliant best of 3.
Here we go, guys. Match point for both players who will move on to the semi-finals, quarterfinals, match number 4. Elmo versus Chen, 60 seconds for pre-bans. Are we going to see a different drafting, different pre-bans from that match 1? Or are we going to see something same that works for both players?
I am really curious if Elmo is going to avoid pre-banning the Ragdoll this time around. He knows that he actually does really well against the Ragdoll, and maybe he wants to pre-ban a different unit like the Carnal.
Both players taking their time to lock in those pre-bans, just resting up and deciding, clearing their heads what they will do. Savannah gets the pre-ban, Changpeng gets the pre-ban. Both players looking to draft up their units right now. Elmo taking that first turn, locks in Carnal for the first pick.
Well, he didn't need to reban the Colonel because he could first pick him.
There we go, Chene taking that Merlong first pick, and Lulu and friends for the second spot on his draft. Elmo responding with the Ganymede and a Sierra. Sierra with that speed lead, Ganymede with that accuracy lead. Chene bringing out that Okeanos, taking that Okeanos from that Gany combo. Okeanos and Diana locked in 3rd and 4th unit for Chene's side. Elmo about to draft up his final 2 units.
I like Chene's draft a little bit more than Elmo's. Elmo is lacking strips to get through that Lulu immunity. If he's gonna probably have to ban out the immunity or bring in some strippers now. He does have the Pontos available though. Chene only has 1 stripper in the Diana at the moment.
There we go, talking about strippers. 2 strippers do come out, both strippers with the speed lead. 3 speeder leads on Elmo's side, looking possibly to take that first turn. Chiwu is locked in for the 4th unit. 5th unit, Water Ryu, aka Moore, is locked in. Chene bringing out that Juno as his final pick on his side of the draft.
Well, Elmo, he does bring 2 AoE strippers, but now he's incredibly low on damage. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do enough to take out a unit and against a huge amount of sustain that Lulu brings.
There we go, Diana gets banned out on Chene's side. Elmo's Sierra gets banned out. HP lead for Elmo with that 44% from Fire and Bison Carnal. Here we go, match number 4, set 3, match point for both players. Chiwu taking that first turn, stripping Lulu, failing to strip that Merlong. Ryu follows up after Chiwu doing some serious damage onto his team.
Indeed. Elmo has the Ganymede at his disposal in order to make sure he resets the Lulu so that she can't heal immediately. But at the same time, Lulu's cooldowns are so low, so it probably won't even matter that much as the match goes on.
There we go, Ganymede resetting those attack bars, failing to reset Okeanos. Okeanos about to take a turn. Rain of Stones, stunning 3 out of 4 units. They come out of the stun, missing a turn. Lulu, skill 1, very strong, still heals the team, healing that Chene's side up. Merlong comes out of the stun. Okeanos, skill 2 available, skill 1 available. What is he going to do?
Elmo has lost his Ciaris, and now his main source of damage is the Fire Iron Bison, the Carnal. It depends on how long this Carnal survives on the field, is how much a chance Elmo has to take things around.
Here we go, Juno, skill 2, stunning that Chiwu. Ryu's passive is on cooldown, skill 1 onto Okeanos, attack break is being landed. Here we go, Carnal, skill 2 onto Merlong, doing nothing at all.
That is a rather strange choice to focus the Merlong fire into water. Why not focus the Okeanos? I think if you can take down this Okeanos quickly enough, that will be more beneficial for him, because Lulu can just sustain the Merlong quite easily anyway.
This is match point. All plays are very crucial. Here we go, Lulu, skill 2 available. Chene puts that immunity up on Okeanos on his side with that Lulu. Merlong skill 2, stunning that Moore, and that Carnal reckless assault from that additional prop from Merlong, taking out that Carnal. Chiwu returning the favor and taking that Merlong out with 0 HP.
Well, I think it's all over, Killer. That Merlong took out the Carnal, sacrificed himself for the greater good. The Okeanos is going to do a lot of damage still. The Juno is still on the field, the Lulu is still on the field, and Elmo, there's not really much he can do from this point.
That was very, very exciting to see. Chene looking healthy, looking to go into the semi-finals. Ganymede on his own, resets attack bars, does nothing to Chene's side. Here we go, 1 HP, and he's almost out, taken out by that Lulu. Here we go, Chene moving on to semi-finals 2-1. What an exciting match. Very exciting. Both players doing very good. Congratulations.
Absolutely. I think we saw another 2-1 there. I mean, Chene again, proving that Lulu is a bit of a goat right now. Like, it's an absolute meta must-have in any lineup, and that seems to be the game changer here. But I thought 1-for-1 there was happening at one stage. It was going to go anyone's way, but Chene just had that slightly upper hand towards the end there, Baus, and goes through to face Obabo in the next round.
Indeed, Adam. Chene, he saw what went wrong in the previous match. He realized that Elmo had prepared really well for his Ragdoll, so he just didn't pick the Ragdoll. He picked all of those heavy sustain units, the Merlong, the Lulu, and Elmo just did not bring enough damage. He brought those AoE strippers, but they weren't really going to take anything out at all. Then the Lulu just out-healed and he just out-bruised Elmo.
Out-bruised indeed. But Elmo will be competing again next weekend in the lower brackets, so we'll definitely see him compete again. But Chene does move onwards in the competition to our semi-finals. And this is when things are going to get very, very interesting indeed. Here is the bracket for you guys watching at home. We have 2 matchups coming away, both best of 5s this time round. Ismoo versus GutsTheBERSERK, and then we have Obabo later on taking on Chene, which is going to be absolutely huge. And once again, we want to know exactly what you think is going to happen. We have loads more. Summoners War World Arena Championship coming your way. The EU prelims kicked off yesterday. There is more today. And of course, we have next weekend as well. But very soon, we're going to be taking a break. Now, this is your opportunity. If you are here and you love getting a freebie here and there, check this out. We got you a coupon code, baby. That's right. On the screen right now, if you utilize that coupon code, get yourself some energy, some mana stones, 100,000 of them to be precise. Utilize that code. It's on the screen right now. We have lots more coming your way. 2 semi-finals, both best of 5s. They're going to be absolutely humongous. Do not miss it. Myself, Baus, Killer, the entire team, we're here, ready to rock and roll after this short break. We'll see you in a bit.
Wanted to bring to your attention again after every single SWC broadcast.
He did not pull the Champang yet. I would have thought I would see Sierra first pick. He goes to the
Okay, here we go. Oh, Lucian, it's over. Lucian, it's the 12,000.
This is war. Lead, follow, or get out of the way. I'll show you who's boss. The world is now a real-time battlefield. Join the global battlefield. Summoner's War, Lost Centuria. Download now.
bring to your attention. Again, happy to every single SWC broadcast. Camilla here. You're going to see a soft Ciara getting hit by Drakule. Look at looking to get that full team strip attack our football.
He did not pull the Champang yet. I would have thought I would see Sierra first pick. He goes to the
Okay, here we go. Oh, Lucian, it's over. Lucian, it's the 12,000.
Mr. Chung is going to be this year's SWC champion.
Hello, you lot, and welcome back to SummonersWar World Arena Championships 2021. My name is Adam Savage. Delighted to have you here. I'm manning the desk, but it's not just me. I'm joined by Baus and by Killer, and it is day 2 of these EU prelims, and it has been wall-to-wall, back-to-back brilliance left, right, and centre. We've had a day yesterday where it saw a lot of our players going head-to-head, a lot of very quick, aggressive plays. Today it seems a lot more defensive. Players being a lot more, aware of how to sustain, how to endure in the game, which has been great for us to watch unfold. And 2 semi-finals coming your way, best of 5s. Baus, been a brilliant day. We've seen a lot from new players too. So much to look forward to though in these semi-finals though.
That's right, Adam. We saw some really interesting quarterfinals today that GutsTheBERSERK Livert match did not disappoint at all. I'm really looking forward to what Guts brings out in the next match in his semi-final.
Yep, indeed. He'll be facing Ismoo very shortly. Before that, though, let's just recap. We are currently not together, sadly, in the same room. We are actually in a virtual space in a different dimension. We're in a virtual broadcast studio. You can see with our arms left, right, and center here. We could try and do like a weird thing. We kind of touch hands. We don't try and touch hands. Like I'll try and line it up. Yeah, we kind of like high-fiving. Yeah, that kind of works. It's Killer's just slapping Baus on the back. Hey, man. We're kind of not all together, sadly, due to COVID-19 around the world right now. Safety is, of course, paramount, and for your safety, for ours as well, we can't be together in the same space. But hopefully, fingers crossed, next year we can be again. Hopefully that will happen. But thank you for joining us here virtually. It's such fun for us and hopefully for you guys as well. Right, let's dive back into the overview of the overall tournament and see exactly how we got here and how things stand. So, as you can see, we are on day 2, August 15th. We have 8 competitors, now down to just 4, and there's 2 spots left. So 2 spots today to go through to the Europe Cup to join our 2 winners yesterday, SWC2021 and Rosith. That means we have 4 spots taken up, but there are still 4 to play for next weekend in the lower bracket. So it's all happening, and as you can see, the Europe Cup there, first and second place, 5,000 for second, 10,000 for first place in the Europe Cup later on this year. So there's tons to play for, but of course, bragging rights as well. We have got ourselves 2 matchups here. I'll come to you, Killer. 4 competitors here in the semi-finals, all more than capable. Who are you looking forward to seeing perform?
You know, that first quarterfinals, if anything, the semi-finals is like the quarterfinals. Anything can go in these semi-finals. I am looking forward to GutsTheBERSERK, just like Boss is, because his draft is very, very unique and interesting.
Yeah, and we saw as well, Baus, as well, that this is a player as well that we didn't know as much about as others as well. We can see him facing Ismoo first, later on Obabo versus Chene, which is going to be a classic. But Ismoo versus Guts here, I mean, this feels like it could go either way.
Indeed, Adam, Ismoo, he is the player that was in the EU Cup last year. He has the experience, but GutsTheBERSERK has such a strange draft and one that's succeeded very well for him so far. So I don't know if Ismoo is prepared fully for Guts and he has the tools at his disposal to deal with what Guts brings.
Yeah, nothing more awkward than an awkward customer. And that's exactly what Guts is doing with his units there. Who knows what he's capable of, what he's going to bring to the party. But of course, experience, as you said, is really, really pivotal. And Ismoo has that by the barrel load, having competed in the Europe Cup last year. Let's take a closer look at our players as well, just to recap on what they're going to be bringing in terms of units, what their preferred, kind of setup is, as well as win rate. Killer, Ismoo, a good player. What do you like about his units?
I like he's comfortable because he was in the EU Cup last year. I like that Pontos, another option for a speed lead, and also a substitute for Lulu with that double immunity and the invincibility that comes up from Pontos. So I'm looking forward to Pontos and his draft in the coming match.
Yeah, and it's up to Guts as well. GutsTheBERSERK has to try and counteract that if that is what he goes for. Tell us about what Guts can do here. We've mentioned already that he's got lots and lots of different ways that he can approach this because he has quite an awkward setup here. What's your feeling, Baus, on the way that GutsTheBERSERK could approach? I still love that man. He could approach this semi-final. How do you think things will stack up for him?
Well, we do see that Juno on the field. He really likes using that Juno, and Juno is an excellent counter to Pontos. I'm sure that he'll be looking to pick that up if he can. He relied really heavily on the Icarus in the previous match, but Icarus can't go through the Pontos invincibility, so he's going to need to think of another stripper in order to deal with Ismoo's Pontos.
Indeed. Now, of course, today, if you haven't just joined us as well, lots of action has been unfolding. Of course, we've had all of our 4 quarterfinals. That is how we have our semi-finalists now. What we'll do is, for you guys who just joined us, I know lots of you have been here since the beginning, here are the highlights from what's happened today so far and how our semi-finalists got to this position to be in contention for a place in the Europe. And that is our story thus far, but it continues now. There is still plenty more coming your way. That's how the 4 semi-finalists got here. As we said, only 2 places up for grabs right now. The very first semi-final coming away, Ismoo versus GutsTheBERSERK. It's going to be a best of 5. Obviously, first to 3 wins this. We saw 2 3-0 clean sweeps yesterday. Something tells me we're not going to see the same thing today. But let's kick off. Let's jump in. Set 1, semi-final 1. It's going to be a banger. Over to Baus, over to Killer to bring us all the hype, all the action. Let's do it! Here we go.
Here we go, guys. Semi-finals. Ismoo versus GutsTheBERSERK. Pre-bans are in. Sierra gets the pre-ban from Ismoo side, and that Pontos gets the pre-ban from GutsTheBERSERK side. Here we go. A few seconds for both players to think about what they will draft up.
Very sensible pre-bans from both sides. Ismoo loves the Pontos. He also loves the Sierra, but Guts gets the first pick, so he doesn't want Guts to take the Sierra on first.
Sensible pre-bans and sensible first pick with that Lulu on GutsTheBERSERK side. Lulu and friends locked in on his side. Ismoo responding with that Fire and Bison, also known as Kano from the Street Fighter skins, and Changpang's second unit. And GutsTheBERSERK taking Okeanos as his second unit, third unit about to come out. Juno comes out to play, locked in on GutsTheBERSERK side.
I really like that Fire and Bison pick, taking that away, meaning that GutsTheBERSERK can't take advantage of that combination. However, the Changpong is really hard countered by these 2 fire units on GutsTheBERSERK side right now.
Here we go, Ismoo bringing out that Molong to play. 4th unit gonna be locked in any second now. Here we go, Diana comes out. Ismoo locking in Molong, Diana for 2nd, 3rd and 4th unit. GutsTheBERSERK responding with a counter pick with that Antares. First time seeing him here today, Antares, and 1 more unit for his final pick. What will this final pick be? He's taking his time. Rika comes out. Rika comes out as the final pick on GutsTheBERSERK side. Ismoo has 25 seconds to decide what he will put out as his final unit, and he's taking that time.
I'm really excited to see this Antares pick against the Diana. That Anavel pick is a really sensible pick. GutsTheBERSERK representing 4 fire units at the moment. He's going to need to ban out the Anavel, but the Molong is still on the field, and that Diana is going to go nuts potentially, but it can't because there's 4 fire units.
Here we go. Antares, are you going to see some action? Bans about to come in from both sides. 18 seconds to decide what you're going to take out from the other person's deck to get that upper hand on them. Anavel banned, Rika banned.
No surprises at all on Anavel banned. Rika banned, quite crucial because there's no immunity on Guts' side.
There we go, he opts in with the leader skill accuracy and Kano's HP leader skill on Ismoo's side. Here we go, Okeanos taking that first turn. Set 1 is underway. Changpang on Ismoo's side, about to take a turn. Skill 2 for the strip lands the glance in on Lulu, doesn't matter. Juno cuts in from GutsTheBERSERK's side, takes a turn. Diana getting a turn right now. Shield should go up or transforms, goes for the transform.
Wow, so ballsy from Ismoo. So unfortunate for Guts that Okeanos missing the reset on Molong. Juno also missing the stun.
We all know rule 101 from Diana is shield up first turn, takes that risk, transforms, puts the damage into Lulu. Kano landing the slow AoE on GutsTheBERSERK side Antares, dealing some serious damage back to Ismoo. Pony transforms back. Here we go, skill 1 available into Okeanos, doesn't stun him. Changpang skill 3 is available, pushes Juno's attack bar back down. Antares procs passive.
I really appreciated that ballsy move from Ismoo, transforming with the Diana, with the Antares on the field. The Antares did actually cut the Diana, but that's such a tanky Diana, it didn't matter. The Diana survived, still on the field, puts up those shields now. And that Fire and Bison is going to really take over, I think.
There we go, Fight and Bison, about to take a turn. Skill 2 available, hits Okeanos, does some serious damage. Melon landing that defense break on Okeanos. Here we go. And Bison takes Okeanos out. Here we go, interesting.
I really like those sounds from the Fire and Bison, the Street Fighter version, not Kano. And it's just such a tanky unit, so difficult to take out. Once this Antares gets taken down, then I don't think there's a way back to GutsTheBERSERK.
Before Antares goes down, he might take someone down with him, dealing some serious damage there. AoE onto Ismo's side. Juno about to take a turn. Skill 1 failing to kill Melong. Melong on the brink of death. Stunning that Antares on GutsTheBERSERK's side. Still anyone's game. Diana about to take a turn. Skill 1 into Antares. Changpang follows up on Ismo's side.
What a shame. I wanted to see Ismoo transform with that Diana just now because Antares was stunned, but it doesn't matter. Ismoo is going to wrap up this match quite rapidly.
It's looking very favorable for Ismoo. Juno has solo potential. Is she able to solo this match? We're about to find out. Diana transforms, puts some serious damage into that Juno. Changpang follows up.
Finally, Ismoo, listen to me. He transformed with the Diana. Just wrap it up just like that.
Best out of 5, not over yet. Ismoo taking that first set, 1-0. Next match is about to begin in 1 minute.
Yeah, I think we all saw there that Guts had the potential, we thought, to really stir things up early on, and it didn't go in his favor there. It seemed like from the get-go, Ismoo knew exactly what he was going to do. He was going to go all out, guns blazing, and takes that first set there. Obviously, it's best of 5 here, Baus. There's plenty of opportunity to get back into this one, but that's going to be quite worrying for Guts to see Ismoo playing that aggressively.
Yeah, I really liked Ismoo's draft, bringing a lot of units that were both aggressive and tanky. The ones that actually paired well with the Lulu so that Guts couldn't abuse them himself. That missed reset from the Okeanos on the Molong was really crucial, unfortunate for Guts. And as a result, Ismoo was able to take that Lulu really quickly, and the match was pretty much over after that.
It certainly was. Well, we're going into set number 2 right now. It's time to pick and ban once more. It's proving pivotal in all of our matchups, exactly what units our summoners are taking into each of these sets. So let's find out exactly what happens. Back to Baus, back to Killer, back to the semi-final.
Here we go, guys. Set number 2. Will Ismoo make it 2-0 or will GutsTheBERSERK tie it out? Here we go. Juno, pre-ban, Molong, pre-ban. We both saw some action in the last match. Are we going to see a different kind of draft? Different monsters available to play this round.
Interesting pre-ban of the Juno. We know Guts has a really well-ruined Juno, and that's probably why that's been chosen.
Here we go. Ismoo locking in that strong Sierra speed lead on his side. GutsTheBERSERK drafting up that Changpang, that Lulu and friends on his side for first and second unit. Ismoo responding with an Okeanos and a third unit about to come out any moment now.
I wonder if he's going to bring out his Pontos. There is the Changpang on the other side for the strip, so might be too early.
Every time you say a monster's name, boss, comes out, Pontos comes out on Ismoo's side as his third unit. What is that? GutsTheBERSERK pulling out Elsha as his third unit. Elsha, very strong counter to that Pontos. What will his fourth unit be?
Oh my goodness, kiddo. I love to see it. Our Shari on the light Ifrit. That's something we have not seen in SWC or in the ladder for a very long time. I'm excited.
There you go. El Sharion and Diana locked in from GutsTheBERSERK. Ismoo taking a second to decide on his 4th and 5th final monster. Antares comes out the 4th. What will the 5th monster be?
Antares is a good choice here. Unfortunately, he can't pick up the Juno because it's been pre-banned, but he could probably pick up another fire unit, something like the Carnal. The Carnal should do quite well, but maybe something that can strip as well, maybe a Daphnis.
Here we go. Praha with that strip comes out as his 5th unit. GutsTheBERSERK, 25 seconds to decide his final unit. Looking very exciting with this draft. GutsTheBERSERK versus Ismoo. 5th unit comes out. Rika. Bans are about to come in any moment now from both sides.
Interesting last pick from Guts. I wonder if he's signaling a ban on the Pontos with the Rika, or if he's just playing some mind games with Ismoo.
Mind games possibly. Here we go. Pontos gets banned. El Sharion gets banned. Unfortunately, wanted to see some El Sharion action. Leader skills are about to be opted in from both players. Speed lead on Ismoo's side. Wind attack on GutsTheBERSERK's side. Very interesting. Set number 2, semi-finals, match 1, Ismoo versus GutsTheBERSERK. Match is underway right now. Here we go. Okeanos taking that first turn. Skill 2, skill 3, both available. What will he choose? Immunity all over GutsTheBERSERK's side. Skill 2 into Rika. Here we go. Changpang follows up on GutsTheBERSERK's side.
Well, it looks like this Okeanos behaves a lot better than GutsTheBERSERK's Okeanos. He's managed to reset Rika. That was really crucial. Interesting from GutsTheBERSERK choosing not to use skill 3 on the Changpang there to reset the Praha though.
Sierra coming in, bomb available to be landed. Will he opt in for that Rika or that Changpang? We're about to find out. Ismoo goes with the bomb on the Changpang. Detonate, skill 1. What is he gonna do? We're about to see. Detonate, stuns that Changpang. Diana putting that shield up. Following the rules of the Diana 101 rules.
GutsTheBERSERK is following 101 rules, but that defense break was on the Praha. I think I'd actually like to see him try and transform with a Diana to see if it works out. He didn't go for it. Fair enough. Safer plays usually work out better.
Not taking any chances with that Antares on the field. Here we go. Praha skill 1 onto Lulu. Diana stunning that Sierra on Ismoo's side. Okeana's coming with that Rain of Stern, stunning that Changpang, missing a turn. Here we go. Praha skill 1 onto Lulu. Lulu skill 2 available, puts the immunity up on Changpang. Antares, attack buff, crit buff into Changpang, dealing some serious damage. Diana transforming right now. Here we go.
Finally, Diana deciding to transform, and the risk is rewarded. She had the shield on her to protect herself a little bit, and Antares didn't even do anything.
There we go. Diana stunning that Sierra. Antares proccing his passive, taking that Changpang out. That was huge. Here we go. Sleep on that Sierra from Rika. Rika stunning everyone on Ismoo's side. Praha comes out of the stun. Procs sleeps the Diana, sleeps that Rika, and heals up the team on Ismoo's side.
Well, that was really exciting, Philo. We finally managed to see some Antares action in this match. A lot of procs taking out that Changpang. The match is slowly but surely swinging in Ismoo's favor.
There we go. Diana doing Diana things, putting that Sierra on a very low HP, but Antares doing Antares things, dealing serious damage back to Diana. Diana on human form, not looking very healthy right there with that slow and 1 HP. Okeana on Ismoo's side, about to take a turn. Skill 1 kills, takes that Diana. Rika, Lulu on GutsTheBERSERK's side versus 3 units on Ismoo's side.
Oh my goodness, Killer. Incredibly ballsy moves from GutsTheBERSERK. That time round, unfortunately, the transform guide from Diana did not pay off. Antares just managed to cut in between. I don't think GutsTheBERSERK is going to be able to do anything from here. Maybe he should have just saved it. He still had the Rika on the field. Now Rika's used her dots. If the Diana was still there, things might be looking a little bit better in order to protect that Rika.
There we go. Antares crucial stun on that Rika. Here we go. Antares taking that Rika out. Lulu and friends on her own versus Okeana's Praha. Antares looks very healthy for Ismoo to take it out to a 2-0 in this semi-finals best out of 5 match.
Indeed. One thing I want to point out from earlier, that GutsTheBERSERK got Ismoo to ban the El Sharion, even though he was banning the Pontos anyway. So he won that mind game right there, but unfortunately it wasn't quite enough anyway. Ismoo is going to wrap this one up.
There we go. Additional turn from Praha. Playing some games with that Lulu and friends. They're all having an enjoyable time together. Very tanky, taking some serious hits right there. Antares takes that water unit out. 2-0. Ismoo 2. GutsTheBERSERK 0. Best out of 3. Are we going to see a clean sweep, or are we going to see some fighting back?
I think we could. I mean, I'm calling it. We could potentially see a clean sweep here because Ismoo looks so strong. I mean, Lulu there, we've talked about Lulu a lot today, being one of the a unit used by a lot of our summoners, but just trying to hold on there for dear life, and it was not going to happen, Bows. Again, just too strong. It just felt like Ismoo is a step ahead of the game here, and GutsTheBERSERK, he's got to win 3 on the bounce now.
I'm really impressed by Ismoo's performance today. He's such a clean drafter. He took advantage of all the tools at his disposal, and he just dispatched Guts like he wasn't even there so far. This time around, his Okeanos managed to reset the Rika, and that was a really crucial moment in the game. And then the Diana, the other source of damage, there was not much Guts could do because Antares was on the field, even when he tried.
Indeed. We have got ourselves a set number 3. It could be a clean sweep for Ismoo. Is it going to happen? Let us know in the chat. We want to know whether you think he's got the minerals to go the distance straight up with no losses. Let's find out what happens. Let's jump back in at set 3. It's a semi-final. I can't wait to see what happens. Over to you, boys.
Here we go. Set 3 match point for Ismoo. And Pre-bans are in. Sierra gets the pre-ban. Pontos gets the pre-bans. Both players saying, no, we don't want to deal with the Sierra. We don't want to deal with the Pontos. Let's draft up something maybe differently. Here we go. GutsTheBERSERK taking that first turn, taking that Lulu and Friends as the first pick.
This match looking really similar to match 1. I wonder if the GutsTheBERSERK is going to pick up that Okeanos and try and reset and succeed this time. But once again, the Lulu and Friends, very solid unit, no surprise there.
There we go. That Fire and Bison comes out to play, aka Carnal. Changpang, second unit for Ismoo locked in. GutsTheBERSERK bringing out that Okeanos, knowing he does very good. He's one of the most picked units throughout the season and the SWC prelims. Takes him back out. I'm eating my own words. Swaps it out for Juno. Second unit, Juno locked in. 3 seconds to decide on his third unit. Brings that Diana out to play. GutsTheBERSERK locks in Diana.
Well, clearly GutsTheBERSERK was very disappointed with his Okeanos' previous performance. He doesn't want to be let down again. But that Diana opens up the possibility of more Antares action, and I'm really excited to see this Antares in play once again.
Antares action is very exciting, and Diana action is very exciting. Ismoo does bring out that Antares just like he predicted, boss, and that Fran comes out from Ismoo's side, locking it in for his fourth unit. Nicely drafted there, right there.
I like
GutsTheBERSERK taking. Yep, go ahead.
I like the Fran pick as well. He doesn't have the Pontos available, but the Fran brings the immunity. GutsTheBERSERK is going to have to bring some strippers to deal with the Fran potentially.
Here we go, 2 single target strippers locked in from GutsTheBERSERK side. Win, a Water Monkey King, and that Okeanos. Both monsters being able to strip from skill 3 and skill 2. Ismoo coming up with that Merlong for his final draft in 10 seconds to lock it in. Is he going to decide to stick with the Merlong? He does not. Takes him back out. Brings out that Ryu. More. And it's locked in. Bans are in. Changpang gets banned. And Diana gets banned. Both players will opt in with their leader skills any moment now.
I'm looking forward to this Water Ryu. If he's going to be able to strip any units into the Fire and Bison, or if Lulu's going to resist and then just cleanse the team, keep GutsTheBERSERK healthy.
There we go, accuracy lead with that Okeanos for GutsTheBERSERK. More lead for Ismoo with that speeder lead. Match set number 3, match point for Ismoo, best out of 5. Here we go, More taking that first turn, failing to strip those immunity of the Water Monkey King and Lulu. Okeanos resetting that Fran. Fran's skills are on cooldown. Here we go, Fire and Bison about to take a turn.
Well, this match is looking very different to match 1. This time around, the Water Ryu did not manage to steal any units. The Okeanos did manage to reset the Fran, and now GutsTheBERSERK is going to be able to use all of his skills.
There we go, Water Monkey stunning that Fran. Water and Bison and Ryu at the same time. His skill 3 is available. Puts it into Fran. Trying to take Fran out. Fran is on 1 HP. Not looking very healthy right there. Juno about to take a turn. Takes Fran out. GutsTheBERSERK very aggressively taking that Fran out. Followed up with Okeanos skill 1 into Antares.
I'm loving this Water Monkey King action right now. Water Monkey King is a little bit underrated of a unit, I think, and he deals very well with the Antares. He did proc the Antares a few times, but I think this Antares is going to be dispatched now.
This Water Monkey King just keeps taking turn after turn after turn. GutsTheBERSERK looking very healthy to get that point back up. Juno follows up.
That's right, once this Fire and Bison gets taken out, then I think GutsTheBERSERK is going to wrap up this match. I really enjoyed seeing the huge amount of damage and control that the Water Monkey King was bringing today.
There we go, Ryu getting taken out by Fire unit skill 1. GutsTheBERSERK getting that 1 point, best out of 5, still anyone's game. Ismoo 2, GutsTheBERSERK 1. Next match is about to begin in a minute.
Yeah, Water Monkey King 1, Water Ryu 0. That was a great comeback there from GutsTheBERSERK there to make it 2-1. We thought it was going to be a clean sweep. It wasn't. In actual fact, it was a very speedy set number 3 there for GutsTheBERSERK. I mean, this is a fantastic opportunity now to really get back into the game. 1 down, 2 to go. Can he do it, Baus? How does he do it?
Well, I think he can do it. I think that Water Monkey King worked out very well for him last time. This time, his Okeanos did manage the reset as well. If his Okeanos keeps on behaving well, if he keeps on bringing out that Water Monkey King as a counter to the Antares, then things could go his way in the next match.
Yeah, killer. I mean, we saw a great opportunity here, as I said, for Guts to really make his mark in this game here as well. I mean, do you think, Ismoo, is he going to be worried at this stage, having seen what Guts has just brought to set number 3?
The only thing he's going to be worried about is that Water Monkey King. Is he going to pre-ban it? Match set number 4 is underway right now. Pre-bans are coming in, 60 seconds to decide what they're going to do. Pre-bans are in Juno and Changpang.
I like those pre-bans. They're looking very similar. Both units favored by the other. We're going to get to see a Pontos action in this match once again, I think.
Here we go. Ismoo first pick, drafting up that Sierra. Speedily, very strong pick right there as his first draft. GutsTheBERSERK taking his time to respond with his 2 units.
Indeed, I think this is looking very similar to match 2. I wonder if GutsTheBERSERK is going to mix things up. Oh, indeed he does.
Very early on, here we go. Lulu and friends, first pick. Antares, second pick. Boss's favorite monster today. Ismoo with that Merlong and that Carnal Fire and Bison. Locked in on Ismoo's side. GutsTheBERSERK bringing out that Okeanos. And 4th unit comes out the Water Monkey King.
Oh, here we go. The Water Monkey King. Not the Asharian, unfortunately. The Water Monkey King. Gonna get some action, but he's gonna have to ban out that Diana that's just been picked.
There we go. Ismoo drafting up Pontos and picking up Diana for his 4th and final unit. GutsTheBERSERK bringing out that Rika. 18 seconds to decide to lock her in. Doesn't lock her in. Takes her back out. Brings that Bearing. Is he going to lock in Bearing? Tags Bearing back out. What is he going to bring this time? Brings that Rika again. 28 seconds for the bans.
Well, there we go. The Rika last pick once again. The mind games once again succeeding from GutsTheBERSERK.
There we go. The bans were in very quickly. Pontos getting banned. Rika getting banned on GutsTheBERSERK side. Leader skills are about to be opted in. Ismoo going to go with the HP or the speed. Goes with the speed. GutsTheBERSERK goes with the accuracy. Here we go. Set number 4, 2-1, best out of 5. Ismoo 2 looking healthy. GutsTheBERSERK looking to tie it up. Match is underway right now. First turn goes to Okeanos. Succeeding to reset that Merlong. Very crucial right there.
The Okeanos landing the resets a lot this time. This Okeanos has finally learned his lesson. He is doing what he is told to do.
There we go, Merlong landing that defense break on Okeanos. Doesn't matter. Sierra lands the bomb. Is she going to take that? It's Okeanos out. Looking like it's going to take it out with skill 1 after additional proc. That was huge play by Ismoo there. Lulu puts up the immunity. Lulu too late. Here we go. Diana about to take a turn. Goes for the shield.
Oh my goodness, Killer. I think the match is already over. That proc from Ciara in the skill 1 was so crucial in order to take out that Okeanos. The Lulu had to heal up, but no, the Okeanos was gone. There was no chance to heal the Lulu. I think this Diana and this Ciara is just going to be too much.
Here we go. Diana skill 1 into that Water Monkey King. Merlong skill 1 goes into Antares, lands the defense break. Lulu choosing not to cleanse that defense break. Healing up that Water Monkey King. Sierra failing to land that bomb on Antares.
Indeed, in this match, the Water Monkey King is on the field, the Shiho, but there are 2 wind units, the Diana and the Ciara. It's not quite the same as the previous match. The Shiho cannot do all of his skills. The Shiho is actually really vulnerable to a unit like the Diana.
There we go, that fight. And Bison doing some serious stuff to Antares. Merlong finishing him off. Ismoo looking very healthy. 4 units versus 2 units. Skill 2 into Water Monkey King. We know that skill 2 strips and stripping that invincibility from the Water Monkey King.
Indeed. The Shiho worked really well for Guts in the previous match, so he went with it again, but then he didn't consider the fact that Ismoo could launch those counter picks. The Diana, the Ciara was on the field, and this time round, the Shiho was not able to do anywhere near as much as the previous match. And this time round, also the Antares, we barely saw him proccing, unfortunately.
There we go, Sierra taking out that Water Monkey King. Lulu and friends again on her own versus 4 units. Sierra Merlong, Kano, Pony, not looking too good for her. getting taken out right now. Ismoo moving to the EU Cup once again, second year in a row, 3-1. Congratulations to both players. Well done, Ismoo.
Yeah, absolutely superb from Ismoo there. Seeing that one out very actually rapidly in that final set there in set 4, a 3-1 victory, and does indeed, as Killer says, he has secured his place in the Europe Cup later on this year. We have our third player going through to the Europe Cup. So exciting there. I mean, we sadly see a player who we talked about, new players, rising stars we want to see kind of get there or thereabouts to those Europe Cup places. It's not happened just yet, but a mighty fine display from GutsTheBERSERK regardless, Baus?
Yeah, that's right. I think GutsTheBERSERK has done himself proud today. He had a great victory against Livert. He had that fantastic match against Ismoo, that third match with the Shiho, doing so much. But unfortunately, Ismoo, he's just such a good drafter. He has so many options available. He had the Pontos that kept on having to be banned, and Guts just did not deal with everything that Ismoo was throwing at him.
Yeah, but Ismoo, I mean, what a fantastic player that we know, who's managed to kind of go all the way here, Killer, to secure his spot in the Europe Cup. We can see that on screen right now in the bracket. He's going there. He joins, say, Shizo and Rose from yesterday. A worthy contender for the Europe Cup, do you think?
Of course, he made it last year and he made it this year. Also, much respect for GutsTheBERSERK, trying out those units earlier on, and it was very exciting to watch. I'm excited to see what's coming up.
Yeah, you love to see the new ways of playing the game, the new ways of bringing things to this kind of at this level as well, when it's so high stakes. Very exciting stuff. As is Obabo versus Chene. It's coming your way. It's a best of 5. It's our second semi-final, our final matchup of the day. Two players who don't really need an introduction. We talked about them a lot today already, but because we love to celebrate everyone who competes here on the show, let's talk about them again. Obabo is our first player to talk about here. This is a player who, today had a relatively easy time of things earlier on in his quarterfinal. We saw him here last year. He's a synonymous name with SmokeZzz. What can you tell us about him? What makes him so special here, Baus?
Well, Obabo, he's just so experienced. He's a very smart player, and he has access to those Han and the Bella, those really strong light dark units. They're both dark, so Bella can take advantage of the Han lead, and previously he was able to use it. So we'll see if Chene actually breaks up that combo or not.
Yeah, I mean, it's all on Chene, isn't it? To kind of, really have to find a way through here, because it's not gonna be easy. You know that from the get-go, it's gonna be tough. But Chene is another player as well, Killer, who's definitely worth taking note of. We didn't know too much about how he was lining up, what units he preferred, as he hasn't played as much as other players potentially. However, he is still a name. He is still in a semi-final. He is still a worthy contender.
This last match is going to be very exciting. What a way to end the day. But before we end the day, yes, Chene is the only player in SWC that has played in every single SWC from 2017. He is very mysterious. He has the experience. Obabo has the experience. I'm hyped, mate. I'm hyped.
We feel the hype, man. It's coming up the screen, all of us. Speaking about what's on screen right now, let's take a look at the highlights. Of course, we looked at these earlier on for our first two semi-finalists. Let's look at these guys as well. This is how they got here, our two competitors, to the semi-final. These are the highlights from earlier on today. Alrighty, so here we go. This is it, our final semi-final of the day of this opening weekend of the EU prelims. It's going to be a big one as well. Two big names we know lots about. It's going to be huge. The pick and ban is, of course, the major element here. Bowers, obviously, the game itself is key, but the picking and banning is a big part of this, which really makes or breaks our players as they go into each of these matchups.
Exactly. The pick and ban is something you don't get on ladder. In the sense that there is the extra pre-ban phase that makes it so much more interesting for tournament play, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do there.
Here we go, final match for the day. Best out of 5, Obabo versus Chene. Pre-bans are in. Merlon gets the pre-ban, the Bella gets the pre-ban. Both players knowing what the both other players draft up, taking advantage of that. Here we go, we're gonna see some amazing drafting from both sides.
Yeah, I really like that Pella pre-ban from Chene. He finally breaking up the Han Bella combo, and now he can lock in what he likes to use.
We got Obabo looking at that Carnal as first pick, and it was very, very quick. Chene responding with the Okeanos and the Lulu and Friends first and second monster on his draft. Obabo bringing out that Han and that Fran, knowing that is an amazing combo.
Indeed, that Han is still a very threatening unit in his own right. That Carnal being stolen from Chene, we know Chene likes the Carnal. The fact that Obabo has that first pick, being able to secure the Carnal is a big deal there.
Very good, Chene bringing out that Leo and taking a few seconds to decide on his fourth unit to pick up to fight Obabo. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. What is he going to bring out? Brings out that Praha. Obabo, third and fourth and fifth final units about to be drafted up.
I do like that Praha pick with the resistance lead. I wonder how much accuracy Obabo has on us Han. Maybe Han will actually miss the defense break thanks to the resistance lead. He does have a few goes though.
There we go. Obabo drafting up that Diana and Kinky for his final picks. Chene coming up with that last draft at any moment now.
Obabo bringing out the Kinky. I'm really excited to see some Kinky action.
There we go, Antares locked in on Chene's side. Bans are about to come in very, very soon. Who's going to ban what to get the upper hand?
Antares. More Antares the better. The Antares of great counterpick to the Diana.
Boss, every time you say a monster's name, something happens to it. Antares gets that ban. Obabo's Kinky gets the ban from Chene. Match number 2, set 1, best out of 5. Obabo versus Chene. This is the last one for the day, guys. Get hyped. Match is underway. Leah taking that first turn like always.
Well, let's see how long this hand can survive on the field in order to take out some units. Chene doesn't have a whole amount of damage here.
Here we go. Okeanos following up after Leah landing that. Did he land the reset on Fran? Diana cuts in. Gonna put the shield up. Go skill 1 to stun that. Okeanos fails to do so. Skill 1 and get into Okeanos, failing to stun it. Fran's skills are on cooldown. Here we go. Lulu and Fran's gonna put up some immunity on Chene's side, or he went that attack frame.
Fran was indeed reset, but Okeanos got the debuff on him, so now Han can go in and just take him out.
And doing some serious damage, taking that Okeanos out instantly, looking very healthy for Obabo. Chene taking all that time to think about what just happened.
That was just an incredible action from Han. Maybe Chene should have thought about banning out that Han. If you don't delete the Han before he gets the chance to move, the Han is going to delete one of your units, and that's exactly what we've seen today.
There we go, Praha sleeping. Obabo's team, doesn't matter. Diana procking out of sleep because it was only one turn. Goes into pony form, does the damage onto Praha. Praha not looking very healthy at the moment.
Indeed, I think that Diana also goes really well into the Leo. In fact, I'm really questioning the Leo pick right now. He didn't really counter any of Obabo's units at all, to be honest. Maybe Chene should have thought about picking up something that did a little bit more damage than the Leo to take out this Han as quickly as he could.
There we go, Chene with that skill 1 into Fran. Here we go, Pony transforms into human. It's gonna do some damage into Praha, takes her out. Huge move right there from Diana. Skill 1 into Lulu. We are about to take a turn.
That
into Fran.
is an incredibly well-runed Diana, so tanky, doing so much damage. And this Leo, this lone Leo, I don't think he's really going to be doing much. That Ragdoll, he didn't even need to be banned because it's all gone.
Lulu,
Wow.
Fran's taken up by Han, letting that defense break, increasing his attack bar and deleting her out of this game. Chene taking the time to think what and how he will respond to Obabo in that next match, because Obabo has taken this first set 1-0 versus Chene. Very well experienced players. Don't rule out any player just yet. Looks like we will be seeing some more exciting matches from these two players.
Wow, Obabo deletes Okeanos off the bat, right at the very beginning there. Absolutely massive bounce. How much did that impact the game?
That was so impactful. Chene made the mistake potentially of leaving that hand on the field. That hand was not reset. He just used his skill 3 into the skill 2. We all know how much damage the hand can do, and the hand absolutely delivered. Unfortunate for Chene. He probably wants to mix things up in the next draft.
Yeah, do you think Chene will be, I guess, kind of shocked by what just happened there, Killer? Or do you think he was kind of expecting Obabo to come out and play like that because we know what he's capable of?
I get the feeling that he was shocked, because you see that timer going down and he was just like wondering what happened to my units, and they were deleted out of the match. Here we go, set number 2 is about to begin any moment now.
Yeah, imagine Chene's just head in hands thinking, what happened? What happened? But he can turn it around. That's the best thing about a best of 5. There is time to do so. It's pick and bans, it's set 2, it's over to you, boys.
Plenty of time to turn it around. Set number 2 has begun. Best out of 5. Obabo 1, Chene 0. Here we go. Taking that time to consider the pre-bans from both sides.
For sure, I'd think about pre-banning the hand from Chene's side, the unit that deleted him. I want to point out, Obabo did not pre-ban the Ragdoll, and Chene didn't pick the Ragdoll, because Obabo was bringing mostly single target damage anyway, which the Ragdoll doesn't do so well into. So it's almost like he didn't have to pre-ban the Ragdoll, he just picked specifically so that Chene didn't need to pick the Ragdoll. That was very smart from Obabo.
Boss, you called it. Here we go. That hand has been banned out by Chene. Obabo can't use him. Diana gets banned out. Chene can't use the Diana. 2 seconds. The drafts are gonna come out. I'm excited to see what we're gonna see in this second match. Colonel gets picked up by Chene very, very quickly. Draft up on his side. Obabo taking some time to respond.
Quite an unusual pre-ban perhaps from the Diana, but I think he knows that Chene wanted to pick up the Diana to counter the Lulu that Obabo is about to pick here, so quite smart move there.
About to pick and has picked Obabo. Lulu drafting up that on his side. Sierra following up, knowing that she has a very strong speeder leader, and locks it in. Chene going with that Merlong. Okeanos looking very, very strong on his side. Obabo bringing out that Bella, as she was pre-banned in that last match. Didn't get any action, but she has come out to play. Obabo locks in Bella. 5 seconds to lock in his 4th unit. Brandia comes out locked in. We're gonna see some Brandia action.
Oh my goodness, the Brandia. I actually really like that pick. Brandia has the 44% HP lead and a lot of AoE skills. It does synergize surprisingly well with the Lulu. He also has the Ciara and Bella combination. Slightly weaker in a way than the Bella hand combination, but still a really strong, powerful combo nevertheless.
There we go, Chene bringing out that Wusa for his 4th unit. He has 1 second to decide his last unit. Brings out that Antares, locks in Wusa, Antares. That's his drafting. Chene's locked it in. Obabo still has 1 more unit to pick in his draft. Curious to see what he will show.
We're seeing a lot of Antares today. I think Juno might have been a good choice as well there, but Antares is a solid choice. For Obabo, I think about bringing a water unit out, maybe a Chow?
Chow it is, just like he said, boss. He called it. Obabo locking in that Chow. Both players taking no time at all. Chene banning that Chow. Obabo banning that Merlong. Here we go. Set number 2. Obabo versus Chene 1-0. Still anyone's game. Best out of 5. Match is underway. Who will take that first turn? Okeanos again with that first turn. Will he skill 2 and succeed on resetting one of these units?
I wonder if he'll go for the Bella or the Lulu.
There we go, Lulu gets resetted by Okeanos boss. He called that. Bella doing some serious damage into Antares. Antares passive returning the favor to Bella and the team.
This Antares is going absolutely insane. Proc after proc after proc. Maybe he's going to take out this Bella before Bella even gets to use her skills too many times.
There we go. Obabo landing that bomb on Antares, knowing it's a threat. Detonating, stunning that Antares. Wusa is about to take a turn. What will he do? Skill 3 is up, shields are up, immunity is up. Antares still stunned. Kano follows up. After Wusa on Shen's side, skill 3 available, skill 2 available, skill 1 available. Here we go, into Bella. Additional turn.
This Bella is looking very unhealthy right now. Good choice to do the skill 2 first before skill 3 for the additional advantage. But that was a huge amount of damage for Brandia as well.
Are you seeing that? Brandia taking out that Antares after Kano stunning everyone on Obabo's side. Here we go. Anyone's game right here. Chen looking healthy. Obabo looking not too so healthy, but Lulu's still on that field. Here we go. Chen's Wusa is about to take a turn. Skill 2 for the heal. Goes skill 1 for the sleep on the stun. Not too sure what's going on. Saving it for later.
I think he's just going for some extra damage on the Ciara in order to take the Ciara out. And it's working quite nicely. Shen, I think, is about to take that match.
Yeah, that Ciara has been taken out. Like you said, boss, additional turn from that Brandia, landing that defense break on Kano. Okeanos into Brandia. Here we go. What's the skill 2 for the heal? Kano skill 2 is up. Skill 1 available as well. Skill 1 into Brandia. Skill 3 is available after the additional turn. What is going on with these skill picks?
Yeah, I want to point out that huge damage from the Brandia early on. Brandia actually does extra damage based on the opponent's buff. So that Wusa buff with the shield and immunity actually increased Brandia's damage. And that's why she was able to output so much. That was really exciting to see.
There we go. Shen responding back to Obabo. 1-0, best out of 5. Don't rule out any player. Like I said early on, 1-0, 2 great players. Very exciting matches coming ahead.
Yeah, we have a new comeback king now, and it's Shen. I mean, fantastic to see as well. Again, counteracting Obabo's picks there and choices. He found a way through, which is kind of really key here, Baz, because, you know, so much of the time aggression is the best form of defense, but in that situation, Chen just picked correctly, it felt, in the pick and ban phase, and that was the game changer.
Exactly, Adam. Shen, he had the Wusa, which was able to protect his team quite a lot. And of course, he got rid of the Han in the pre-bans. Obabo was lacking damage a lot more in that case. And then Shen, he was able to reset with Okeanos as well. Things went right for him, but the really solid response from Shen to take the match level.
Yeah, and of course we have another set coming your way. It's the set 3. It's kind of a reset in a way, and now we have ourselves a best of 3. It's whoever gets the next 2 victories out of the next 3 will be a Europe Cup placer later on this year, which is very exciting indeed. But who will have the advantage after set 3? Let's find out. Let's jump into pick bets.
Here we go, guys. Set number 3. We're going to end it with a bang today. This is the final match for the day. Obabo versus Chen. 1-0, best out of 5. Pre-bans are in very, very quickly. That Bella gets pre-banned and the Melon gets pre-banned. Obabo picking up that Kano as the first draft.
That's right, killer. Obabo being able to take out the Kano. Things looking pretty much exactly the same as match 1 so far. So Shen is going to have to think of a way to change things up in order to deal with that Han. I think if he does pick up the Okeanos, he might want to reset the Han instead of the Friend if we do have exactly the same draft.
He is thinking and he is taking his time, drafting up that Lulu and Friends, fleshing out that Juno out and back in, and there we go. Lulu and Friends and Juno locked in for Shen as first and second units. Obabo looking to draft up his second and third unit right now.
That is a really early Juno perk, but Juno is a solid unit in this meta, but she doesn't do a whole amount of damage. She doesn't reset. He's going to have to back that up with a bit more damage now.
There we go, Obabo bringing out that hunt once again with that Friend. Locks it in. Second and third unit, Chen bringing out that Diana and Okeanos on his side. Drafted up and put it in.
There we go, killer. The match is looking really similar to before. I'm gonna have to see if Obabo brings some units that are must bans from Shen's side. Maybe the Antares is quite an obvious pick here.
There we go. Kinky comes out. Antares comes out. Just like Boss predicted. Kinky Antares come out. Locked in. Here we go. Obabo. Draft is finally complete. It is set. Chen, one more unit to lock in. What is he going to pick up? We're about to find out.
Kinky is a really scary unit as well. I wonder if Chene has something like the Squeaky. If he bans out the Han and takes the Squeaky, I think the Squeaky would do quite well into this draft. But I'm not sure, but I definitely would take out a water unit as the final pick from Chene.
Chene went into that final second to bring up his final unit. Brings out that Water Demon. Water Demon, interesting mechanism right there. Looking for a different playstyle. Obabo versus Chene. The bans are coming in any moment now.
I really like the Water Demon pick. I think he has a resistance lead if I remember correctly. Baba might just want to ban that one straight out because Water Demon, even though he's a bit underrated, a bit underused, he does quite well against Obabo's draft.
Yeah, he does have a huge resistance lead. That Hang looking gets banned. That Lulu gets banned. Both players, any moment now, gonna opt in with their leader skills for this match. Colonel with the HP leader skill. That Demon with the 55 resistance lead on Chene's side. 1-0. Match set number 3 is beginning and has begun right now. Okeanos taking that first turn. Skill 2, skill 3 available for his disposal.
Chene not wanting to deal with the hand this time, but there is a Diana versus Antara's little bit of action on the field. However, Chene has the Belial, the Water Demon, that maybe the Belial can take out the Antara's quite quickly this time round.
That Antara's bringing in some action right at the start of the game, stunning that Okeanos Water Demon, doing some serious damage in return as well. Juno skill 1 into Antara's. Antara's again with that frog attack lead and crit out, doing some serious damage.
Oh my goodness, killer. This Antares, he just will not stop proccing just over and over, and Chene just decides to go straight in with the transform.
If I was Chene, I'll be scared to use that Diana because this Antares is doing so much great overtime. Here we go, Fran from Obabo's side. Oh, Colonel provoking that Diana. That was very, very crucial. Obabo looking very healthy at this moment. Diana is taken out from Chene's side by that Kinky, and he's Okeanos is stunned.
Absolutely wild choice from Chene to transform with that Diana. I don't think he necessarily needed to that early on. Diana's taking out, he loses RNG factor from Diana, and now I think Obabo is looking in a really commanding position.
Boss, are you watching the same game as I am watching? This Antares proccing his passive, stunning that Okeanos, taking another turn, almost taking that Okeanos out. Colonel provoking Okeanos, doesn't matter. Looks like Okeanos is going to be taken out. Water Demon is taking out Juno versus 3 unit, but we know that Water Demon will come back to play if he's given the opportunity.
If he's given the opportunity, but Juno needs to survive 12 turns, now 11 turns. I don't think that Juno will survive that long because Obabo has plenty of damage on the field. I think Obabo is going to wrap this match up anytime soon.
That Juno from Chene's side doing some serious damage with skill 1 early on. Here we go, Fran failing to land that attack break on her so she can heal up a little bit. Colonel takes her out. Here we go. Obabo 2-1. Still anyone's game. Best out of 5.
Advantage Obabo. There we go. Very quick there. That whole match just said to me that Obabo wanted revenge in a way from that first kind of loss of set and set 2. You feel like he came out thinking, I can't possibly let this guy back into the competition here. I need to secure my seat immediately, ASAP. And he's one step away now, Bowles, from getting that 4th place in the Europe Cup.
That's right, Adam. A really strong performance from Obabo. Chene deciding to pick up that Water Demon at the last moment. I did kind of like the Water Demon pick, but I just don't think he is as impactful as alternatives. Something like a Suiki or a Chow or an Alnival, I think would have done a little bit more for Chene than the Water Demon. And therefore, Obabo does Antares procs over and over and over again. Very exciting stuff.
Yes, indeed. Now, all you guys watching at home, I 100%, the boys can clarify this, I called 2-3 once in the semi-finals, okay? That was just my call. That's what I thought might happen. Is it going to? It's on course to as we head into this set number 4. Will Obabo get that seat, or we go to a game 5? Very exciting stuff. It's pick and ban time. Here we go. Let's jump in, fellas. I'm excited.
Here we go, set number 4, Obabo for the match point. Chene looking to tiebreaker. Here we go, Han gets the pre-ban, Colonel gets the pre-ban. Few seconds for that drafting to come up.
I think this is going to be a very different match without the hand to Obabo's disposal now. I think Chene is going to be looking a little bit more confident this time around.
There we go, Chene picking up that Merlon instantly for his first pick. Obabo responding with that Lulu and friends, and a second unit is about to come out any moment now.
I think a Ciara will be an obvious pick now, or a Chung Pong, something like that. I'm not sure if you want to pick an Okeanos this early into the Molong draft, but guess we'll see.
No, Obabo takes that Bella as his second unit and looking for something that worked for him in the past, and is it going to work for him again? Unsure of that.
Well, Bella is a great unit, but now the Ciara is available for Chene. I wonder if he's going to take that one out, and he'll do quite well against Obabo here, I think.
There we go, Chene with that Okeanos for the second unit. Both plays taken, all the time given to him. Brings out that Diana one more time. We've seen Antares in the past. Obabo still has a third and a fourth unit to pick.
Interesting choice, the Diana over the Ciara. Now Obabo can take the Ciara if he chooses to. However, the Diana, of course, a very solid unit into something like these kind of Lulu drafts, but is countered hard by the Antares, which we now see.
There we go, Obabo bringing out that Ciara as a fourth unit, Antares as a third unit. Looking very solid draft there. Chene is going to respond with his own draft to look even more solid, to tie this match up, to make it best out of 5.
Yeah, I want to see some really heavy damage from Chene, maybe some fire units. I don't know what he has at his disposal, but I'm looking forward to see how he can take this Antares out as quickly as possible.
There we go, putting that Savannah in, takes her back out, brings out that Leah, brings out that Ragdoll. Chene not taking any chances. Here we go, Obabo brings out that Rika as that final pick.
Well, finally we get to see the Ragdoll from Chene in this match. He's been not using it at all because Obabo has been specifically picking single target units that counter the Ragdoll pretty well. So I'm favoring the Obabo in this matchup a little bit. If he takes out the Leo to avoid the Leo Ragdoll synergy, then I think he can dispatch Chene quite quickly. Or maybe the Molong.
There we go, Obabo changing his mind that last second, bringing out that Kinky instead of the Rika. Doesn't matter, Kinky gets banned on Obabo's draft. Merlon gets banned on Chene's side. Leah and Ragdoll gonna get some action. Here we go. Chene taking it seriously, trying to tie it up. Obabo match point. Leader skills are opted in. Obabo with that speeder lead. Here we go. Match set number 4, 2-1. Obabo and Chene.
Obabo having had to pick up that speed lead.
Here we go. Leah taking that first turn like always. Taking his time, Chene. There we go, hitting that Bella, additional proc into Bella once again. Okeanos follows up on Chene's side after that Leo. Skill 2 into Lulu, resistance. Huge resistance right there, Bella putting in some damage into Diana.
That was a really important moment in the game there, and this time the Antares did not manage to reset the Lulu. Lulu is going to be able to heal up that Bella back once again, and Obabo is going to represent a lot of damage. He's going to look to take out one of Chene's units as soon as he can.
Huge miss bomb there from that Ciara onto Diana. Diana has that slow up on her, so she will be taking less turns so she can get rid of that slow above her. Here we go, Leah on the field, so that slow doesn't really matter. Putting that damage into Ciara.
I think he might as well go for the Rain of Stones here. Unfortunately, doesn't land any stuns. Maybe he will even want to transform with Diana as soon as he can. I don't know if he wants to take those risks, but Chene doesn't have any sustain on the field, so he's going to have to do something quickly to take something out from Obabo.
That Bella dealing some serious damage into that Diana. Antares doing the same thing. Lulu also doing the same thing. Diana not looking very healthy. She's stunned. She's got a dot up on her. Ciara taking a turn, missing another bomb. Ciara taking out that Diana with skill 1.
Indeed, I don't know if there's much back, but of course the Leo and the Ragdoll, they do have the Torrent Ignore defense skill available. If Obabo doesn't play carefully, then he might allow Chene to do some Ignore defense nukes and then potentially turn the game around later on.
Still anyone's game. Ciara dying to that dot. 3v3 Obabos. Antares takes a turn, then his passive proxy takes another turn, almost taking that Okeanos out. Additional proc by a Ragdoll. Skill 1, skill 2 available at his disposal.
I feel like these prelims have been the prelims of Antares procs. I just can't stop seeing it proc. It's just so exciting to see though. I can't get enough of this Antares action.
This Antara's stun machine, stunning that Leah. Here we go. Bella taking out that Okeanos and then almost taking out that Leah. Antara's doing some more serious damage. Leah out of this field. Obabo looking very healthy. Can Leah do anything? Bella additional turn. Obabo moving on to the EU Cup, taking Chene out. Obabo 3-1. Adam, you called it 3-1. Obabo wins the match.
Lads, tonight I am buying myself a lottery ticket. Wow, wow, wow. I called it 3-1, but congratulations to
Obabo taking that match.
Obabo.
Oh, Adam, I think
you're muted, Adam.
I'm not, I'm all good. Obabo there was absolutely incredible. I'm buying a lottery ticket tonight, fellas. It was just something else. I mean, that's the thing. I think the great thing about this is we have 3-1 is, a sizable victory here, both Ismoo and Obabo. And congratulations to Obabo, by the way, confirming his position in the Europe Cup finals, which is amazing. We have ourselves 4 of the 8 who are going through to the grand finals, which is incredible. But Baus, we saw there, a fantastic display there from Obabo of knowing exactly what to pick for the right occasion when it came to units and going toe-to-toe and making sure that whatever happens, he had enough power, enough strength in his lineup to get the job done.
Exactly, Adam. Obabo knew what he was expecting. He knew that Chene had that ragdoll. He brought the single target units. Single target damage does a lot better against ragdoll than AoEs. He knew what he was doing. He had the Han and Bella at his disposal. I suppose those are 2 specific rare light up monsters that actually do very well against the ragdoll. So this was a matchup that was kind of in Obabo's favor from the get-go.
It really was. Killer, I could feel you as well. The energy that you were buzzing there so much as well. Like you could feel that so much was happening. So many procs today. It's been the day of Antares. We've seen so much excitement. How was it for you as well, Karski? It must have been great being in that moment.
Yeah, second day of the MVP Antares plays. Different to the other regions, we saw a lot of Lulus, Melons somewhere else, but the Antares and Dianas were the highlights yesterday and today. Great names moving on to that Europe Cup, taking that shortcut there. But you know what? We still have great names into that losers bracket for next weekend, and I'm excited for that one because 4 players advance from there.
Indeed, the lower bracket next week is looking very spicy indeed. We're going to take a look at all that in a second, but to confirm, our 4 players confirmed for the Europe Cup we're going to see in a second are all players that we know of already. But we said this, Spouse, earlier in the show. What a great day, though, to celebrate those players who are breaking through now as well, because it hasn't been a cakewalk for all of our veteran players. It's been a grind. It's been a battle, and it's great to see that next weekend is looking so good.
Absolutely, Adam. In the end, it was all the veterans, the players that we've seen last year's EU Cup making it through. But nevertheless, in the semi-finals, we did see a couple of newer players. I'm looking forward to them securing those 4 final places in the losers bracket next weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see what happens with all that. I think we have next weekend, obviously you guys watching, if you watched yesterday and today, thank you for being here. This is what it's going to look like next week. You'll be very aware of the players who have qualified. Of course, those who have not won any matches whatsoever will start in the losers round best of 3. But those who have won at least one of their games and got to a semi-final go immediately to the losers round in a best of 5. And then eventually those matchups will happen and we'll have our 4 final qualified players joining our 4 we've taken for the last 2 days worth of action as well. So it's been amazing. Baus, Killer, I'll ask you both very quickly. Baus, next weekend, what are you looking forward to seeing? What do you think is going to happen?
Well, we just saw the bracket there. I noticed on the second line, we saw Livert, Jan, and that up here all in the same bracket, all completely new players. So I think that confirms we're guaranteed a completely new player in the Europe Cup. I'm really excited to see which one of those 3 emerges victorious.
And Killer, how about yourself? What are you looking forward to about next weekend for the lower brackets? What do you think is going to happen?
I'm actually looking for some players out there for revenge and coming up with different drafts, because that's more exciting to watch when the players come out for revenge and to enjoy the game and have that competition between each other.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the fact that a lot of our players we mentioned are kind of like the rising talent of tomorrow. They've come through and they've had their first kind of taste now, and next weekend they can really put the pedals to the floor, accelerate, hopefully, towards a place in the Europe Cup. Thank you guys so much for watching today. It's been such a blast. We've loved every second of this because we love you so much. Would you like another coupon code? Because you can have one. It's popping up on screen right now. Make sure to utilize this code. That code is there for you to get a couple of mystical scrolls on us for you for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out on behalf of myself, Baus, Killer, the entire production team. Come to us, everyone involved in this. We love the fact that you guys have been here. We cannot wait to see you next weekend for the lower brackets. Make sure to tune in then. Have a great evening. Here are the highlights of the last couple of days. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye for now.